Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh, I've just given the gist of what happened in phase 1, phase 2, and what's happening in phase 3. Okay, so actually, when you policy and action plan, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, so it's a huge thing. Where I told book is that I've just summarized it. So just point wise, so phase 1, what happened was like त्यो बेला चाहिँ like the codes were not computerized त्यो particular time मा. So the basic thing कोडलाई कम्प्युटराइज गर्नु के गर्नुपर्छ भनेर त्यो बेसिक्स जुन चाहिँ हुन्छ, so building up of server rooms, judicial service centers त्यो भयो. And then the other thing was very important was providing of hardware, local area network बनाउनु, then power backup. So these all things are there in phase 1. Installation of case management system. So phase 1 मा चाहिँ first CIS introduce गरेको थियो, and that CIS was like a fresh CIS to I mean it has a lot of problems, it had a lot of drawbacks. So it started CIS start गर्यो, then after that it went on polishing गर्दै right now अहिलेको स्टेज हेऱ्यो भने चाहिँ it's been very अहिले चाहिँ versatile भएको छ CIS. So CIS चाहिँ actually phase 1 मा start गरेको, and then adoption of FOSS भन्छ, free and open source software. A free and open source software भन्नुको मतलब चाहिँ like it's a software which is free, of course it's available, and then त्यसको जुन चाहिँ source छ that is also free. So यो चाहिँ किन गरेको भन्दा चाहिँ e committee thought that there are so many codes गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ the cost पुरा आउने भयो if we purchase softwares, if we purchase operating systems गरेर चाहिँ cost चाहिँ पुरा आउने हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ what they thought was we'll adopt FOSS, free and open source software. Just a Linux, Ubuntu, they are all free and open source software. अब त्यो गर्यो भने चाहिँ they are अब it's bit अब paid भन्दा जस्तो विन्डोजसँग कम्पेयर गर्यो भने they are much better also, they are much stable also, plus they are free also. And then e committeeले के गर्नु सक्यो, FOSS चाहिँ they could have they can take the open source लिएर चाहिँ they can customize as per our need. So त्यो भनेर चाहिँ त्यो advantages हेरेर चाहिँ they adopted FOSS, free and open source software. अन्त त्यति बेला नै phase 1 मै they launched the district court websites launch गर्नु भनेर we had received directions. So त्यति बेला नै सबै कोर्ट्सहरूले they started having their own websites. And the most important other thing was like change management. Change management चाहिँ actually के भन्दा चाहिँ त्यति बेलाको स्टाफहरु जो पनि थियो, staff, judicial officers, whoever were working, technical staff the भयंकर कम्ती थियो त्यो टाइममा, very less technical staff were there. So change management मा चाहिँ के भने those staff which were already there, they were very used to old type of office procedures. For example, they were using typewriters and they were orders were written with hand, and हातले नै ordersहरु लेखेको थियो. So त्यो that thing was existing that time. So change management मा चाहिँ के भने it was very important. It was very crucial to train the judicial officers and the court staff to adapt to the computerized environment. So that was very difficult actually that time. Shift गर्ने नमान्ने, they were used to all those old stuff. नयाँ computers आएपछि they used to think that काम बढ्यो, like it's difficult भन्ने. So that phase was very difficult. But eventually we overcame that. So त्यो time मा चाहिँ this change management was very important. So we had undergone a lot of training. We gave a lot of training in all this. And अहिलेको सिचुएसन हेर्यो भने चाहिँ it's much better than what was before. अर्को चाहिँ CIS हालेपछि then whatever pending cases were there, त्यसको data entry गर्नुपर्ने थियो CIS मा. That was done during phase 1. And then another important aspect के थियो भने यहाँनिर it was process engineering. अब process engineering चाहिँ like it was very important. यसले चाहिँ के गर्यो भन्दा चाहिँ नि अब त्यति बेला के थियो भने the courts and all अब कसरी फंक्सन गर्थ्यो के गर्थ्यो that was studied. Process engineering committee was also made. एक-एकवटा स्टेटको आफ्नो process engineering committee was made. हामी अब like सिक्किमको हेर्यो भने I was also there in that committee. Mr. Yoland was there in that committee. So we had to study the court proceedings those times. The physical proceedings कसरी हुँदैछ, we used to study, and then after that we wrote a feedback. अब यसलाई चाहिँ कम्प्युटराइज गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ what changes needs to be done in this भनेर that entire process was known as process engineering. Process engineering ko whatever feedback we gave to the High Court forwarded that to the Supreme Court, and according to what was received from all over India, Process Engineering Committee of India, they formulated so many things. They made changes to so many things, like Evidence Act by एउटा Evidence Act was a result of process engineering. अब त्यसमा के गर्यो कम्प्युटराइज बनायो भने people अब advocates or जसले पनि एभिडेन्स ल्याउँदैछ उनीहरूले सीडीमा ल्याउँदैछ, डिजिटल फर्मेटमा ल्याउँदैछ, पेन ड्राइभमा ल्याउँदैछ. सो त्यो चाहिँ कसरी इन्कर्पोरेट गर्नु कोर्टमा. सो द्याट थिङ्स वेयर डिस्कस इन प्रोसेस इन्जिनियरिङ. अन्त त्यही अनुसारले चाहिँ लाइक एभिडेन्स एक्टहरू भयो या इभन अदर सो मेनी एक्ट्स वेयर आई मिन एमेन्डेड एज पर दि प्रोसेस इन्जिनियरिङ रिपोर्ट हो. सो दिस वाज अल्सो भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट exercise done in phase 1. And introduction of NGDG and data sharing with NGDG. This is like whatever cases we entered in CIS, that was shared with the e-committee, NGDG NGDG we used to share. So that was also introduced in phase 1. So I've given the gist of whatever happened. Phase 2, like phase 2, whatever was done in phase 1, त्यसको फिडब्याक पाएर लाइक हार्डवेयर नट हार्डवेयरहरू जति पनि थियो इट वाज नट सफिसियन्ट फर द कोड्स एन्ड देन अब सफ्टवेयरहरू युज गर्दा पनि देयर वर सो मेनी हिकअप सिआइएसमा हिकअप सो दोज अल थिङ्स वेयर लुक्ड आफ्टर इन दि फेज 2 अफ द इकोस प्रोजेक्ट त्यति बेला फेज 2मा चाहिँ के गरे एडिसनल हार्डवेयर्सहरू प्रोभाइड गर्नु थाल्यो अझै बेसी हो अन्त अर्को चाहिँ के थियो भने फेज 1मा वाट ह्यापन वाज फेज 1मा ई कमिटी युज टु डिल विथ प्रोभाइडिङ हार्डवेयर टु अल द कोर्स एक्रस इन्डिया ई कमिटीबाटै डिस्ट्रिब्युट हुन्थ्यो हार्डवेयरहरू न फेज 2मा चाहिँ वाट दे थट वाज लाइक त्यो चाहिँ एकदम डिफिकल्ट भयो या ई कमिटीले चाहिँ लाइक गिभिङ हार्डवेयर्स टु अल द कोर्ट्स इन इन्डिया के प्रब्लम भयो भने वी हेभ टु कन्ट्याक्ट डाइरेक्टली टु ई कमिटी हो सो त्यो प्रब्लम हुँदा चाहिँ नाउ वाट दे डिड वाज दे डिसेन्ट्रलाइज दिस Now, what the committee did was they provided funds to the high courts, respective high courts, state, and state they started, purchasing hardware and then supplying to the courts in the state. So the decentralization phase 2 and then cloud computing architecture also started in phase 2 of the project. Phase 1 के cover गरेको थिएन भने like legal services authorities they were not covered in phase 1. Judicial academies they were not covered in the phase 1 of the eco project. Phase 2 they included all this also. The judicial academies and then legal services are going to include. And then they still continued with the free and open source software phase 2. Another one was like adoption of core and periphery model of CIS, case information system. Actually, in my presentation, I have not included CIS because our CIS, like from first we are stopping CIS, so I did not include in my presentation. So I just wanted to tell you a bit about this core and periphery model. Now, what is core and periphery model is like CIS, whatever CIS e-committee made. So all over India implement all together. So that was known as actually a core model. Core means e-committee made it, they distributed, they gave it to all the courts in the country. So that core we could not make any changes to the core. Just whatever e-committee gave us, we had to use that. Later on, they found out that then state set no way of working is there. They had process is there, core function like it became very rigid. Core became very rigid. So the committee gave independence to the states. Periphery so periphery is actually the core software it will meet up with the requirement of the state. So core was made by e-committee and periphery high courts like independence software so that it will meet up the requirement of the state. So that is actually a core and periphery model of case information software. And then phase 2 like a lot of developments were there. Phase 2 also the company decided to connect the courts with the jails. So through VC video conferencing. So first video conferencing was started in phase 2. It was just limited to the connection between jail and the court. Mostly it was used for remands. And in special cases, production of under-trial prisoners owned for Paina Bima under-trial prisoner VC would appear. And then phase 2 your time we did not have VC rules and all. It came much later. So it was just limited to remands, routine remands, and sometimes production of under-trial prisoners. Phase 2 there are so many things. Capacity building like more training to the judicial officer staff, and the process engineering it was like they started inquiring more about post-court procedures, softwares or development. So that was emphasis process engineering. And then integrated library management system and use of digital library. So it must say e-committee had recommended the use of Koha software which is used in the library. It's like integrated library. It'll be connecting all the libraries together. So to implement Ramadi Pakos and Koha has been using emphasis, but later on they might include this. Phase 2 then we started having e-court services like e-filing, e-payment, मोबाइल एप्स जस्तो जस्टिस एप भन्ने त्यति बेला इन्ट्रोड्युस भएको, एन्ड देन एप्स फर लयर्स एन्ड एप्स फर लिटिगेन्स पनि. So that started in phase 2 project. SMS and emails पनि it started in phase 2, like केसहरू register हुँदा, whenever case used to get registered, the litigants lawyers SMS automatically जान्छ, dispose हुँदा पनि जान्छ, next state को बारेमा जान्छ. So these things were introduced, even they will get the emails. So this was introduced in phase 2 of the e-course project. And then kiosk पनि provide गर्नु थाल्यो phase 2 मै. So like right now all the court complexes, they have kiosk right in the entrance of the court. So that was introduced in the phase 2 of the e-course project. National Judicial Data Gate अझै further provides गर्यो, अझै राम्रो बनायो. So that was also there. Solar power backup was given as a green initiative phase 2 मै. So right now all the district courts we have the solar power backup, which was given in phase 2. And then digitization of case records. So record section मा भएको जति पनि case records हरु छ पुरानो, so त्यसको पनि digitization गर्नु लागि चाहिँ phase 2 मै it started. And then ICGS, interoperable criminal justice system पनि phase 2 मै introduced. We'll discuss this ICGS later on. And then NSTEP. So NSTEP पनि this is basically deals with the digital system of generating process, and then allocating process, and then serving the process. So this is NSTEP. त्यो पनि phase 2 मै start भएको. And then right now we are at the phase 3 of the e-course project. Phase 3 मा चाहिँ they are emphasizing more on digital and paperless courts. Like phase 1 and phase 2 we had a lot of developments. Now next thing needed was to make our courts paperless, digital. So phase 3 now they are emphasizing on all this. So from 1st of June, whatever we are doing, actually it's a part of a phase 3 project, so paperless. And then अर्को चाहिँ virtual courts they are emphasizing. So like mostly we can use VC, video conference, for presence of litigants or lawyers in court or witness in the court. So expansion of scope of virtual courts पनि यसमा also VC extensively use गर्नु भन्ने. And then phase 3 मा now they are incorporating this use of artificial intelligence, machine learning. And अर्को चाहिँ OCR, optical character recognition, etc. for natural case frequency and forecasting future litigations, etc. So यो पनि अब artificial intelligence, यो पनि I'll discuss later on. Here, so artificial intelligence and optical character recognition, OCR, basically means like whenever we are scanning something, scan गर्दाखेरि normally के हुन्छ भने it will be stored as a image. Then scan गर्ने बित्तिकै it becomes an image, हैन. Now OCR technology use गर्यो भने चाहिँ what happens is the image को भित्र जति पनि characters हरु पनि छ, that will get recognized by the system. So that is basically known as optical character recognition. So whenever we scan anything, so भित्रको characters हरुलाई recognize गर्ने त्यो technology लाई चाहिँ actually it's known as optical character recognition. यो चाहिँ कति बेला use हुन्छ भने after we scan गरेर हामीले सिस्टममा हालेपछि later on when we search for something, त्यो PDF को भित्रको क्यारेक्टर्सहरु पनि सर्च गरेर it will take all the results. So त्यसको मेन एडभान्टेज चाहिँ त्यो ऑप्टिकल क्यारेक्टर. सो यो पनि अब फेज 3 मा पनि दे अब इन्कर्पोरेटिङ, हामीले त गर्दैछ, we all are doing this OCR. And then phase 3 मा more emphasis is also given on digitization of entire court records. किन court records are huge, त्यो phase 2 मा कम्प्लिट भएन, phase 3 मा त्यसलाई अझै लाइक more funds are given, अझै यसलाई चाहिँ कम्प्लिटली लाइक डिजिटाइज गर्नु भन्ने phase 3 मै छ. And then अर्को चाहिँ e-filing, e-payments phase 2 मा we are doing it, तर complete full utilize. अब phase 3 मा चाहिँ like complete bringing a universalization, compulsorily e-filing, e-payment चाहिँ गर्ने पर्ने, त्यो saturation गर्ने पर्ने, त्यो all the companies चाहिँ गर्ने पर्ने टाइपको भइरहेछ phase 3 मा चाहिँ. And then phase 3 को अरु यो छ, यसमा चाहिँ mainly actually के छ भने phase 3 मा if I have to give you a gist about what is phase 3 भन्दा चाहिँ phase 2 मा we have achieved almost most of the things phase 2 मै छ. Now phase 3 मा चाहिँ के गर्नु भन्दा चाहिँ त्यही चीजलाई चाहिँ we are making it more smart, we are polishing it into अलिक हुन्छ नि user friendly, more smart बनाउने चाहिँ त्यही phase 3 को चाहिँ actually main objective त्यही हो. So these all are given in this slide. Am I audible, ma'am? So actually.
Yes, you are.
Another thing is like what we have is citizen-centric services. So like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 जति पनि हुँदैछ, and whatever we are doing in the your computerization projects मा या e-course project मा, actually whatever we are doing is to provide सिटिजन सेन्ट्रिक सर्भिसेस एक्चुअली यो सबै बेनिफिट चाहिँ सिटिजन्सलाई हुनुपर्ने हो सो द्याट्स वाइ वी आर डुइङ इट सो यसमा बेसिकली सिटिजन सेन्ट्रिक सर्भिसेसमा चाहिँ के आउँछ वाट वी कोर्ट्स हेभ टु गिभ टु दि सिटिजन्स भन्नुको मतलब इट विल कभर एभ्री वान इट विल कभर द लर्निङ जजेस इट विल कभर द स्टाफ इट विल कभर द लयर्स एन्ड द लिटिगेन्ट्स हो जेनरल पब्लिकलाई सो सिटिजन सेन्ट्रिक सर्भिसमा के हुन्छ भन्दा आई गिभन लिस्ट अफ दिस इम्पोर्टेन्ट वान्स सो फाइलिङ ए जुडिसियल सर्भिस सेन्टर जेनेरेसन अफ रिसिभ कन्टेनिङ अ फाइलिङ नम्बर त्यो भयो सिङ्गल विन्डो for filing of court fee or filing of cases to this is also a citizen services e-filing e-payment okay. And then if you can see the e-courts your cis we have a provision module is there which will help the judicial officers to write judgment to templates or ready-made so those things are there citizen centric services also. And then orders and judgments. Right now, we are doing this on daily basis. So, depending orders and judgments, it will be like uploaded in the server. Server upload policy. Then we share it to the NGTG, but then it's available to the general public. So that is also there. And orders and judgments in the internet, with search facility, so we can search these orders and judgments. So automatic KBIT checking is there. CS automatic KBIT checking is there. So cause list on the internet, court calendars, case status on the internet, that is also there right now. So these are all citizen-centric services. The website for each high court and district court, that is also there. Court fee structure on district court websites, applying and supplying of certified copies at judicial service center and with status on SMS. We are using a software in the copy section where the application see that details are entered and then this goes into progress on this the applier the person who has applied for the certified copies they will get the status on SMS also like your application has been accepted, your copy is ready, ready but like how much fee you have to pay for that SMS also. So right now we are using this. And then land-based inquiry kiosk we have in the court complexes and then it's a land-based so the general public whoever wants to go and check for the cases to submit details and then SMS facility on filing decision that is also there. The lawyers and the litigants they will get SMS, they will get email regarding the filing of the case, registration of the case, next day of the case disposed by so to submit details and then digitally signed release bail orders, stay orders sent to the jail department into immediate compliance. So यसमा चाहिँ like अहिले त्यति साह्रो भएको छैन. So usually like त्यो जुन चाहिँ bail orders छ त्यो directly जेलकोमा जाँदैन तर we are using a technology known as faster. त्यो like I don't know whether all are aware of this or not. त्यो faster भन्ने एउटा Supreme Court ले त्यो directions दिएको छ to create one email known as a faster email. त्यो faster email मा चाहिँ whatever urgent emails are there, urgent correspondence we have to use faster. So the faster e-committee, the high court to district courts and district courts to jail or other police departments त्यो faster use गरे भने चाहिँ those are त्यसलाई चाहिँ priority दिएर चाहिँ त्यो emailsहरुको चाहिँ priority दिएर त्यसको ordersहरुलाई चाहिँ execute गर्छ. So that is also there. Virtual court video conferencing, so that is going on. Online payment of court fees and fines, NGDG services, data alerts, some mobile applications, e-Seva Kendra we have introduced in phase 2. And step is there, and then display board. Display board say like normally there is a display board in the court complex by the and then outside each and every courtroom, so which will display the case status. So that those are all citizen-centric services. Am I clear till now?
Yes, you are clear.
Okay. Next is like this is a very important portion. Funding and then I've been delivering trainings on this equals funding. Most people like are still confused to your funding check on this or it's my key on you're confused sir and what the office expenditure but a key use on whether you इकोर्सबाट आएको सामान छ हार्डवेयरहरु छ त्यो इकोर्सले नै गर्छ कि या अफिस एक्सपेन्डिचरबाट गर्छ those confusions are always there हुन्छ नि कोर्समा so I just have made this presentation to clear this out अब इकोर्सको फन्डिङ चाहिँ कस्तो पाराले हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ normally इकोर्सको फन्डिङ is done by the government of India finance department of government of India को union department so यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने phases wise they are doing this so phase 1 मा they had allocated 935 crore rupees. Okay. डल्लै अल ओभर इन्डियाको लागि प्यान इन्डियाको लागि 935 करोड छ। त्यसमा चाहिँ के भयो भने फेज वानमा चाहिँ आई डोन्ट नो वाइ द कोर्ट्स कुड नट युटिलाइज द एन्टायर एलोकेटेड फन्ड अफ 935 करोड रुपिस। सो त्यसमा चाहिँ 639 मात्रै इट वाज युज, त्यो पनि 2011देखि 2015सम्म मात्रै फेज वानकै युज, एन्ड देन रिमेनिङ इट लाइक ल्याप्स्ड, इट ह्याड टु बी रिटर्न हो, त्यो राम्ररी युटिलाइज चाहिँ भएन अब त्यो टाइममा। एन्ड देन फेज टूमा अगेन देयर वाज आउटले अफ 1670 करोड, त्यो चाहिँ डल्लै युटिलाइज भयो 2022 to 23 भित्रमा। फेज टूको डल्लै पैसा 1670 करोड युटिलाइज भयो। फेज थ्रीमा चाहिँ न आउटले कति छ भन्दाखेरि 7210 करोड फेज टूमा थ्रीमा दिँदैछ। सो त्यसमा चाहिँ नाउ फेज वाइज दे आर रिलिजिङ द फन्ड। सो अक्टोबर 2023मा चाहिँ 225 करोड वाज रिलिज फर अल द कोर्ट्स इन इन्डिया, यो कमिटीले अब रिलिज गरेको। एन्ड देन जनवरी 2024मा चाहिँ 600 करोड रिलिज। अब त्यही 600 करोड चाहिँ अहिले युटिलाइज हुँदैछ फेज थ्रीको। सो दिस इज द फन्डिङ अफ इकोस प्रोजेक्ट। नाउ एउटा इम्पोर्टेन्ट क्वेसन चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ दिस फन्ड्स आर युटिलाइज फर भेरियस मोड्युल्स अफ द इकोस प्रोजेक्ट हुन्छ नि। अब हार्डवेयरको लागि हुन्छ कि ल्यान्डको लागि हुन्छ या ट्रेनिङ, आई मिन सफ्टवेयर अनि डेभलपिङ अफ सफ्टवेयर, यो सबैको लागि युज हुन्छ। नाउ यहाँ चाहिँ के थियो भने लाइक वान क्वेसन केम अब यो फन्ड्सको विषयमा चाहिँ, वन्स इकोट अब फेज वानमा त्यत्रो सप्लाई गर्यो, I mean, they had this fund, they supplied hardware, they made this judicial service center, land or install गरे। Now, what will happen to the recording cost भन्ने त्यो क्वेसन थियो। Now, बादमा बिग्रियो भने who is going to do this? बिग्रियो भने कसले बनाउँछ हैन? अब they supplied printers, I'm त्यसको recording cost हुन्छ जस्तो cartridges, who is going to give that cartridges? That question came up. उनीहरूले के गरे, they supplied with the Dixit for power backup. अब power backup लाई Dixit दियो भने who is going to pay for the diesel? I mean, यस्तो खालको क्वेसन्सहरू इट केम अप हो। सो त्यस्तो आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ नाउ वाट इ कमिटी डिड इज लाइक दे वान्टेड टु एक्जिक्युट दिस एमओयू भन्छ, मेमोरेन्डम अफ अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ। अन्त सिक्किम स्टेटको हेऱ्यो भने चाहिँ एमओयू वाज फ्रेम्ड बिट्विन द थ्री पार्टिज, 1 to 3 तीनवटा पार्टी छ। वान वाज प्रेसिडेन्ट अफ इन्डिया रिप्रेजेन्टिङ द युनियन गभर्मेन्ट, फर्स्ट पार्टी थियो। गभर्नर अफ सिक्किम representing the state government, second party, and third party say it was High Court, represented by the Honorable Chief Justice of Sikkim. So that particular MOU was executed on 14/11/2016. Of this MOU मा चाहिँ के थियो भन्दा like this is the MOU. I've got this screenshot. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Can the
Yes.
other participants see this?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Now this was the MOU which was executed, and यसमा चाहिँ like it's given detail दिएको छ who is going to do what भनेर, the first party, second party, and third party को रोल्सहरु के छ regarding the funding. Okay, so I've just given the gist of this. यो it was a लामो memorandum of understanding. So यसको एन्डमा चाहिँ के थियो भने this is the thing. Now second party is the state government. यहाँ चाहिँ के छ भने first party have done all the implementation portion, installation portion. Now third party ले चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ, second party what second third party will do the buying, त्यसलाई डिस्ट्रिब्युट गर्ने काम चाहिँ it was the third party को काम। Now second party को काम चाहिँ के हो भन्दा that is state government. So state government basically means the budget which we have in our office, so the account section maintain गर्छ, that is the second party. So budget of the state हो। त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ now this is the thing, whatever we receive from the ECOS project, whatever we have done in the ECOS project, त्यसलाई फाइनेन्शियली सपोर्ट चाहिँ सेकेन्ड पार्टीले गर्नु पर्यो। So what they do is ensuring when you keep the assets provided by the ECOS project, they have to do that. Site preparation जुन चाहिँ थियो त्यो पनि गर्नु पर्यो। थर्ड पार्टीलाई they have to provide funds for the manpower, scanning, digitization, 14 फाइनेन्स कमिसनले जुन चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्ट गरेको छ त्यसमा। सो थर्ड पार्टीले म्यान पावर युजली मिन्स जति पनि इकोस प्रोजेक्टमा एपोइन्ट भएको थियो, लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल वी हेभ दिस एन्टायर हाइकोर्ट कम्प्युटर क्याडर, त्यो एन्टायर कम्प्युटर क्याडर एक्चुअली फर्स्टमा चाहिँ ई कमिटीको डाइरेक्सनमा एपोइन्ट गरेको, एन्ड द फन्ड्स युज टु कम फ्रम ई कमिटी। उनीहरूले कन्ट्र्याक्ट बेसिसमा विज टु पे, ई कमिटीबाट फन्ड आउँथ्यो त्यसरी दिन्थ्यो। त्यसलाई चाहिँ अब नाउ इट हेज टु बी सस्टेन बाई दि स्टेट गभर्मेन्ट। सो उनीहरूलाई रेगुलराइज गरेर कम्प्युटर कार्डर बनायो। आफ्टर द्याट द स्टेट गभर्मेन्ट इज पेइङ देम द स्यालेरी हो। सो द्याट वाज अल्सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट पार्ट। अब अहिले प्रेजेन्टली हेऱ्यो भने ई सेवा केन्द्रको म्यान पावर पनि त्यस्तै खालको प्रब्लम भइरहेछ। ई सेवा म्यान पावरमा फर्स्टमा के थियो, द फन्ड्स युज टु कम फ्रम द ई कमिटी फर द म्यान पावर ई सेवाको, तर इट एक्जिस्टेड, त्यो सक्यो, पैसा आउन छोड्यो। न वाट वी डिड वाज लाइक एज फर द डाइरेक्सन अफ द हाई कोर्ट, उनीहरूलाई हामीले अहिले स्टेट गभर्मेन्टको उयसबाट फन्डबाट पे गर्दैछौँ। सो द्याट इज अल्सो देयर। टेक्निकल म्यान पावर त्यो पनि भइहाल्यो। आइसिटी इक्विपमेन्ट्स मेन्टेनेन्स, अब जति पनि इक्विपमेन्ट्सहरू आएको छ त्यो बिग्रियो भने त्यो सबै like it has to be maintained from the state budget. And then another thing is like for recurring expenses such as fuel, other recurring expenditure, provision of internet connectivity for judges, residents, court complexes, जति पनि छ फर्स्टमा इक्वस प्रोजेक्टले इन्स्टल गरेको त्यो सबै इन्टरनेट कनेक्सनहरू छ. एन्ड देन लाइक आई टोली फ्युल फर द डिजिटल जेनेरेटर एन्ड देन कार्ट्रिजेस जति पनि रिकर्डिङ एक्सपेन्सेसहरू सबै इट हेज टु बी बोर्ड बाई दि सेकेन्ड पार्टी द्याट इज द स्टेट गभर्मेन्ट. इभन वी हेभ सोलर इक्विपमेन्ट्स अब त्यो त इन्स्टल गर्दै सुरुमा न त्यसको मेन्टेनेन्स लाइक सपोज ब्याट्री बिग्रियो अरे या के भयो भने सो ड्यामेज भयो भने त्यसको रिपेयर एन्ड मेन्टेनेन्स हेज टु बी डन बाई द स्टेट गभर्मेन्ट. Okay, is there any questions, ma'am? अहिलेसम्मको के यो यसमा म्याम अर द पार्टिसिपेन्ट्स प्लिज.
No, no, it's good. We are good.
Let me just tell you brief facts about this NGTG. And लेखिदिएकै छु मैले लाइक स्क्रिनमा इज देयर. सो एनजिटिजी चाहिँ एक्चुअली फर्स्टमा लन्च भएको वाज अन 7 अगस्त 2013 लन्च भयो. सो युजली अब यो एक्चुअली के हो भन्दा चाहिँ नेसनल जुडिसियल डेटा किट के भन्दा चाहिँ इट विल बी एक्टिङ एज अ वेयर हाउस अफ इन्फर्मेसन अफ द कोर्ट्स इन इन्डिया. अल ओभर इन्डियाको जति पनि कोर्ट्सहरू छ त्यसको इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ इट विल बी एनजिटिजी विल बी एक्टिङ एज अ वेयर हाउस अफ द्याट इन्फर्मेसन. सो अहिले एट प्रेजेन्टमा चाहिँ वी आर ह्याभिङ अराउन्ड 4.9 करोड केसेसको इन्फर्मेसन पेन्डिङ केसेसको इन्फर्मेसन वी हेभ अन एनजिटिजी. एन्ड देन 3 करोड डिस्पोज अफ केसेस जति पनि केसेसहरू डिस्पोज भएको छ 3 करोड केसेसको इन्फर्मेसन वी हेभ अन एनजिटिजी राइट नाउ. And then it includes the orders and judgments also, the cases. About NGTG, actually, what is NGTG? Like I've just made a small, few slides just to explain actually what is NGTG. So this is Malinos. This is our code complex. Oh, we have a server in a code complex, which is known as a CIS server. So whatever work is done by the staff in CIS, so it will be stored in the server. जति पनि इन्फर्मेसन हाल्छ द सिआइएस सर्भरमा सबै स्टोर भएको हुन्छ. लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल फाइलिङ अफ द केसेस एन्ड देन नेक्स्ट डेटहरू दिएको छ भने अर्डर्स एन्ड जजमेन्ट्स अपलोड भएको छ भने आई मिन प्रोसेस लाइक कोर्टको यो के भन्छ नोटिस एन्ड समन्सहरू जेनेरेट भएको छ भने सो एभ्रिथिङ वाट एभर वर्क इज डन इन द सिआइएस बाई द स्टाफ इट विल बी स्टोर्ड इन द सर्भर. अब त्यो सर्भरबाट वाट वी डु इज there's a cloud and data center which is managed by the committee. So this actually we share with the cloud in the data center and share also centralized data center. So likewise I've given in the map also to suppose all the courts in India they share the data to the cloud. The cloud say the committee implementing so it goes there. And then from that cloud, so the data is already there in the cloud. So all over India, because of many judicial data regarding cases, so it will be there in the cloud, so managed by the committee. And then from the cloud, what they do is they, release only permitted information in the internet. So they release permitted information which is required to the lawyers and the litigants to release. So that's what they do. They release in the internet. To internet my available data say the lawyers and the litigants can see. So this entire this grid of network, this entire grid of sharing information, actually it's known as NGTG. Is it clear?
Yes.
And then we have this NGTG main data, how they release that information. So number one is like they have this NGTG monitoring, data monitoring. So this data monitoring is available to the E-Committee, Supreme Court of India. It's available to the High Courts, and it's available to the judges of administrative portion. So that is data monitoring. And then also we have eco services. So this I mean. URL पनि दिएको छु. So eco servicesमा चाहिँ the lawyers, litigants in general public can view the information. So I'll show you your data monitoring केमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ I'll just show you. We have this NGTC here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the NGDG website.
Yes.
Azhar.
Yes. So this is the NGDG website, and then this is basically used for data monitoring. So it's much like we have alerts, then we have pending dashboard, we have this disposed as of delay reasons information management. It's not like all over India, so we will be concentrating only with our state, Sikkim. So yeah, Sikkim, if you don't select any district, it will show the data of the entire state. So cases listed today, that means 48 cases are listed today. It's sub courts in Sikkim, all over Sikkim. त्यसरी नै यो सबै डेटा देखाउँदैछ न वी क्यान फर्दर गो इन्टु इट लाइक वी क्यान सेलेक्ट अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट फर इक्जाम्पल इफ यु सेलेक्ट नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्ट एन्ड सेलेक्ट गो इट विल सो द डेटा अफ ओन्ली नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्ट सो टोटल माथि सिभिल पेन्डिङ केसेस देखाइरहेको छ क्रिमिनल पेन्डिङ केसेस टोटल केसेस कति छ फर ओन्ली नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्ट एन्ड देन यहाँ साइडमा हेऱ्यो भने टुडे केसेस लिस्टेड टुडे इज 9 सो नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्टको डल्लै इन्क्लुडिङ अल द कोर्ट्स इन नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्ट याङयाङ जोरथाङ टोटल 9 केसेस मात्रै आज लिस्ट भएको छ सो दिस इन्फर्मेसन इज सोन यसरी नै हेऱ्यो भने इफ यु गो अन दिस इज द अलर्ट पर्सन आउँछ इफ यु गो अन द पेन्डिङ ड्यासबोर्ड इट विल सो यु द इन्फर्मेसन अबाउट पेन्डिङ केसेस सो यहाँबाट वी क्यान सेलेक्ट स्टेट यहाँबाट डिस्ट्रिक्ट एन्ड इफ यु क्लिक गो इट विल सो यु डिटेल्स अबाउट द पेन्डिङ केसेस यसरी हेऱ्यो भने लाइक योर वाइज पनि देखाउँछ सो टोटल पेन्डिङ केसेस 16 छ सिमिलरली वी हेभ अ डिस्पोज ड्यासबोर्ड यसमा चाहिँ लाइक डिस्पोज केसेसको इन्फर्मेसन देखाउँछ So this is so like your wise disposal kati bhayo त्यो देखाउँछ and then civil criminal both we can select any and it's and then delay reasons and this is also very important like if the cases are old cases are there like already 1 year cross भएको छ भने चाहिँ त्यसको delay reasons in CIS मा के छ we have a provision to enter this delay reason किन delay भयो केस भनेर there are so many reasons we can enter so त्यो यहाँनिर हेर्दा हुन्छ we can see these delay reasons here like I'm seeing Namchi ko मात्रै नाम्चीमा अब criminal cases मा हेर्यो भने 88% of the cases 88 cases are delayed because of the witnesses and then more witnesses मा 3 delay भएको छ so this information is entered by the pescar actually pescar ले जब काम गर्छ कोर्टमा त्यो delay reason उनीहरुले एन्टर गरेको हुन्छ किन delay भयो भनेर so that is actually shown here session cases मा most delays are there 89 cases ministerial मा चाहिँ there are only 2 cases so यसरी देखाउँछ and then सबसे भन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट चाहिँ यो monitoring मा चाहिँ this information management if you click on this and if you go to state Sikkim it will show you court complexes say Namchi court complex CGM West Sikkim ko cha then you can go Jortan court complex Rangpur Rongli all the court complexes of Sikkim are here यसमा चाहिँ see it will be showing you total cases in the databases मा pending or disposed cases हाम्रोमा कति छ in the NGDG in CS त्यो सबै totals हरु देखाउँछ total orders यहाँ देखाउँदैछ now orders are not uploaded so that means जति पनि केसेस डिस्पोज भएको थियो र त्यसको अर्डर्सहरु अपलोड गरेको छैन भने चाहिँ this count is shown here orders not uploaded and then judicial district कुन district हो त्यो यसको information will come here
Namchi has a high figure of orders not uploaded.
Why yeah, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, we had an issue in this. I'll tell you why. Mr. Yoland knows this. Actually, Namchi Vandam, Gangtok has a high figure, ma'am. Here.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, 2000. All right, I didn't see that.
Actually, ma'am, you check ma'am. When we started uploading orders, ma'am. So it started in the phase 2 of the ECOS project, ma'am. So basically, from 2016 onwards, we started uploading orders, ma'am. 2016 भन्दा अगाडि जुन चाहिँ CIS थियो it was CIS 1 अहिले त like we in CIS 4 so phase 2 मा चाहिँ we started with CIS 2 ma'am so phase 1 मा चाहिँ CIS 1 थियो and then CIS 1 did not have the provision to upload orders ma'am
okay
so that provision was not there so when CIS 2 was implemented then we started uploading orders upload गर्दै छ तर केसको इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ it was right from the start of the CIS information देखाउँछ केसको so whatever was there during that particular phase of यो CIS 1 जब भएको थियो त्यति बेला त्यो order जुन चाहिँ अपलोड गरेको छैन that thing is showing here
all right
so
and another thing Ajay please finish
yeah ma'am another thing is like ma'am after 2016 CIS 2 implement भएको देखिन्छ if you can check after 2016, all the orders, most of the orders are uploaded.
Uploaded.
Namchi ko ta we have nail ma'am sabai order upload गरेको छ. Even all the other districts have done that. यो जति पनि data देखाउँदै छ, it was prior to 2016 को मात्रै
16.
देखाउँछ.
All right, all right. And another thing, your NGDG money tapairko, can we view orders?
Yes ma'am,
Orders,
yes ma'am.
judgments. Just I
Yes,
don't know because I still use the eCourtsco app that we have.
yes ma'am.
I use that to view it, but I don't know NGDG money, how do we do it?
Yes ma'am, I'll show you ma'am, I'll show you.
Please show us that.
Ma'am, this is the thing ma'am, your orders go, and then your data monitoring ma'am, this is also there, code just report bhanne. So here, if we select Sikkim, then it हुन्छ like all the districts are shown ma'am. So districts ma presiding judges haru kati jana cha, and then how many in charge courts are there. So that means court is there, the judge is not there, so in charge दिएको जुन चाहिँ हुन्छ, so that is also there. And then total courts total कतिवटा छ त्यो पनि छ. And then extra courts, this also there. Courts shown without being regular courts, त्यो पनि छ, like लोक अदालतहरु देखाउँछ. So empty courts are also there. And then information is invalid judicial officer code हालेको छैन भने चाहिँ it shows the number, but हाम्रोमा सबै हालेको छ त्यसले गर्दा 0 देखाउँदैछ ma'am.
What is the link court?
Ma'am, link court is exactly ma'am, suppose a court is linked with some other court ma'am, एउटा court छ, if it is linked with some other court, that is known as link court. तर हाम्रोमा छैन ma'am, सिक्किममा we don't have that. So it's strange.
All right.
And then we have
Mr. Dixit. Sir, hello.
Yes, yes ma'am.
Why can't the data regarding the uploading of the orders and judgments not be updated to the present date? What is the reason?
Yeah. Ma'am, it's being updated ma'am every day.
No, but then just now you showed the figure, no? A lot of orders and judgments have not been updated, Banera. Can't
No,
it be
2016? I know.
That's prior to 2016 ma'am. After ma'am, when we started using CIS 2.0 ma'am, we had the provision for uploading orders. CIS 1 much we did not have the provision to upload orders ma'am. So 2016 देखिनको चाहिँ we started using CIS 2 and then we started uploading orders. So towards 2016
if you check it for now, I mean today, the orders will the data will show that all the orders are being uploaded.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
In real
I'll
time.
show you. Yes ma'am, I'll show you ma'am.
Okay.
So okay ma'am, this is code just report is there ma'am. Okay, and then we have this national master. So this is basically for the technical team ma'am, your national master. See, यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने we have एउटा master entry भन्ने CS मा हुन्छ, where we enter the details. For example, we enter the details of like case types, we enter the details of police station, हाम्रो डिस्ट्रिक्टमा कति पुलिस स्टेसन छ त्यस्तो हालेको हुन्छ मैम. So we enter the डिस्ट्रिक्टमा कतिवटा तालुका छ. So those kind of master entries are done in master technically गर्छ. So त्यसलाई चाहिँ के गर्छ भने we have been given national codes for all that मैम. ई कमिटीले दिएको छ. For example, नाम्ची पुलिस स्टेसनको एउटा नेशनल कोड हुन्छ मैम, जस्तो के भन्छ एउटा तालुकाको नेशनल कोड हुन्छ. Similarly, if we put some act, एउटा नयाँ एक्ट हाल्यो भने त्यसको एउटा नेशनल कोड दिएको हुन्छ. सो हामीले त्यो सबै एन्ट्री गरेर we also enter the national codes. त्यसको नेशनल कोड्स ई कम्प्लिटली दिएको छ, we enter. त्यो नेशनल कोड्सको एक्चुअली मेन मकसद चाहिँ के छ भने the names might be different, तर नेशनल कोडले चाहिँ it unifies everything हुन्छ नि. For example, I'll just give you one example. जस्तो एउटा सिभिल कोड सिभिल केस हैन, that the nomenclature of the civil case Namchi ma ho भने we might say it as a title suit भन्न सक्छ त्यसलाई मैम हैन. Gangtok might be naming it as a civil suit. Similarly, अब अरु स्टेटमा they might be naming with a different name हुन्छ नि, nomenclature separate हुन सक्छ हैन. So NGDG मा चाहिँ when they combine all the data and the Supreme Court wants to see हाम्रोमा इन्डियामा सिभिल कोर्ट केसेसहरु कतिवटा छ भनेर if they want to compare, because of the nomenclature they were having problems them. Different states, different districts were using different names for the same case. So what they did was त्यस्तो हल्ला चाहिँ combine गरेर they gave a code known as a national code. So all those cases which are similar in nature, त्यसको national code एउटै हुन्छ मैम. So we entered that national code मैम in CIS. Now what Supreme Court will do is they will not search with the nomenclature, they will search with the national code. त्यसो गरे भने चाहिँ everything will get unified and they will get a figure मैम. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ national code बनाएको नि मैम कमिटीले. So त्यो चाहिँ CIS मा compulsorily we have to enter मैम. And त्यो एन्टर गरेको त्यसको यो गरेको छ कि छैन, we get this details here in this national code national master.
But why is most of it showing as nil?
Nil means all are entered ma'am.
Okay.
If it's not entered, then it will show. For example, ma'am, Chief Judicial Magistrate Gangtok, they have not entered this too, ma'am, police type.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine. Just family code ma case types 101 or national codes are not entered, ma'am. So this is what they're showing, ma'am.
But why is the
Okay.
code not being?
And ma'am, at the technical team, they will do it, ma'am, later on, ma'am.
Sir, can you show the figure of Namchi district? I
Yes,
wanted
ma'am.
to check.
Namchi district ko the ma'am, we always keep track of all this, ma'am. Yes. Namchi ko the ma'am, naame chaina, ma'am. That means we have entered everything.
Why?
That means we have entered, because we have entered everything, ma'am. जो जिसको figures
Everything
होते
is
हैं
nil.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. This is sorting, ma'am. And Namchi Soina, ma'am, if you see Joktan is not there, and then Yangang is not there, because we have entered everything. Just the figures are there. So I'll show you this. For example, case type 101, sir. So this is showing, see, ma'am, your case types, national code has not been entered for all these case types, ma'am.
Oh, are the GOs aware of it? The presiding officers?
Yes, ma'am. Presiding officer, I mean, technical team, ma'am.
Okay.
They are the ones to look after this. If we see that disposal type my this Gangtok le case, for example, petition allowed national code enter correction. And so this is why act if you see this suppose Chungthang ko duita ma enter correction. So amendment act you ke थियो पनि उनीहरुले के हालेको थियो त्यसपछि ma'am they have not entered the national code. So this is what it's showing.
Oh, okay.
So basically, we monitor all this from this, ma'am. And not really good money also, ma'am. So this is there. This is also important, ma'am. This is all monitoring, ma'am. Under prison area, ma'am. This is the under trial prisoners we're having. So Gangtok, there are 54 under trial prisoners. Gizing got 20, 17 cases.
Gangtok has 54. Not bad. It's really gone down then.
I don't remember
Namchi
whether they
has the
have.
highest. Namchi has the
No,
highest, I think.
it depends on the data they have entered, ma'am. So like Gazing ko 20, it's showing whether they have entered everything or not, ma'am. We don't know, ma'am. At 20 is showing. So Namchi ko 95 is showing. So that is a real time data.
It's correct. I think the data is correct.
Yes, ma'am. Because ma'am or jail visit and you'll know
Yes.
So
There are a lot of UTPs.
Also, ma'am. So storing ko 15 jana rahecha, parking ko 50. So that's how we, ma'am, monitor or prison also, ma'am. And then this figure is visible to the High Court and the Supreme Court also, ma'am.
Okay.
And then this data is entered in CIS, ma'am. So CIS ma'am, complete and accurate data entry exam. This all will be shown perfect, ma'am.
And this data is filled up mostly by the Peshkar, Steno, and the technical team.
Peshkar, LDAs, ma'am. You, ma'am, National Master is totally technical, ma'am. Technical weight. Whereas on trial prison also mostly Peshkar and LDAs they will be, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Does this figure, I mean, does this data also show the number of, UTPs who are in the remand stage? I think that data is not entered.
It will not show, ma'am.
Okay.
This is only the ones whose cases have been registered.
Okay.
And undergoing trial.
Yeah, ma'am, side figures, if you can see that means there's 78 cases, man, 9,500 prisoners. So got your data also, so
yeah, correct.
Ma'am, okay, ma'am, you wanted to see the live, ma'am, orders, ma'am?
Yes.
त्यसको लागि चाहिँ we have to त्यो अघि presentation I showed you, ma'am. We have this two, and त्यो what we did is we are seeing the data monitoring.
हजुर.
There's eco services now we can see everything.
No, this is exactly what Eco's app I have. So through that only, but from NGDG, the website itself, so we cannot view it. No, that was my thing.
Yes, ma'am. So for that we have another, ma'am, site URL. This is known as ecos.gov.in, ma'am. If you can see ecos.gov.in, ma'am, we can see we can see district services, ma'am. Click then aside on so we can see everything, ma'am. So if you want to see the court orders, ma'am, so the court orders is there, a cause list is there, everything is there, ma'am. So court orders go if like the data has been shared every day to the NGTG, so there's now a current live figure ma'am. So I'll show you, ma'am, court orders, ma'am. We'll select the state as second, ma'am, and then we'll select the district as Namchi. Let's see Namchi, ma'am. And then see 3 court complexes are there, ma'am. So if we want to see Namchi court complex, we'll click here. And then we can search the orders by so many party name. We can search case number, court number, order date. So like recently, so we'll see by the order date, ma'am. Order date will be order date. Suppose if you want to see from, say, from example 27th to today, 30th. Okay, so interim orders and both orders. So we'll see both interim and final orders. That means interim means the orders which are passed every day. Final orders are judgments and so we'll see this. 3D and ZW. So see, ma'am, this is the current figures, right? So, gist establishment of district institutions, 39 orders are there, ma'am, from 27 to 30th, ma'am. Establishment of civil judge senior division, so 15 orders are there, ma'am. Establishment of chief judicial magistrate, 31 orders, family court, 0 is the main family court. So these are the orders, ma'am. See, right, 28, come dekhaun this, 28, and we have 27th, then we have 28th. You say, same civil justice, ma'am. Rainy ma'am, come orders here, ma'am. If we GR case चल्दै देखाउँदैछ म्याम रोहिणी म्याम तपाईको अर्डर कुन छ म्याम यसमा चिफ जस्टिस मास्टर नाम छ इफ यू कैन रिमेम्बर द केस नेम म्याम Monang so your order is 29th order. This is yesterday's order ma'am.
Yes,
it's there in it's there.
It has been uploaded. Okay.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
This is yesterday's order ma'am. It was available easy belkani. It depends on the steno ma'am. Steno le kati chito upload garcha ma'am. So once you sign the order, is their duty to upload it as soon as possible.
Right.
It will be available. So this is the order you had passed yesterday ma'am. So this is the NGTC website ma'am, and it's available to everyone ma'am.
Is there an NJDG app?
Yes, ma'am. ecos.gov.in, ma'am. If you go to the where, ma'am, your App Store, ma'am. App Store, yeah, Android company, OS company, Apple comes, ma'am. App Store, ma'am. So you can Ecos services, apps, ma'am. You can download that, ma'am.
So far, I've been using the app. Websites I hadn't been, but I think website it's more easy to access, Racer.
Ma'am. Like we can see the entire window, so that is also there, ma'am. And then even for the judicial officers, we have an app known as Justice app, ma'am.
But that doesn't work. I tried downloading it so many times. It just never works.
It works, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, we are using this, ma'am. Judicial officer. Justice app, it's an app, ma'am. App Store, it's available in Play Store also, ma'am. You download you have to give your judicial officer code, ma'am. First, ma'am. It will ask for your judicial officer code. Judicial officer code, then you'll receive your OTP. What OTP also? OTP, you'll receive that OTP in the phone number which you have registered with the Ecos project, ma'am. So, ma'am, ko juncha details hobo. Mati High Court halcha त्यसमा ma'am. High Court le चाहिँ Ecos NGTC मा तपाईको just register गर्दाखेरि हालेको details हुन्छ. त्यसमा चाहिँ you email address and phone number enter गरेको हुन्छ. So exactly त्यो phone number मा you will get that OTP, ma'am. So the OTP enter गर्ने बित्तिकै like you will enter that Justice app. Justice app मा फेरि what it will show is it will not show the details of others, ma'am. It will just show the
court, no? Correct.
Yeah. It will show the details of your court. जतिवटा पनि छ इन्चार्ज होस् या यो like full fledged court हो सबैको details देखाइहाल्छ and then you'll be getting alerts also like undated cases हरू छ भने या order upload नगरेको छ भने त्यो सबै alerts पनि आइहाल्छ म्याम त्यसमा So, ma'am, NGTC ma order case, ma'am. Any questions, ma'am? Want to say?
Nothing from my side. Any queries from other officers?
No.
Michelle, are you there, ma'am?
No questions.
Michelle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to say something about
this? With your permission, I would like to inform the learned judicial officers that if Deependra sir would just scroll down, and we were talking about the app is there and at the base.
Yeah.
So instead of going to App Store, madam and sirs, it's just there, Google app and Play App Store.
You could
utilize
we can
download it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you can download it from here.
I had one question actually. It's regarding this one case, one data initiative.
Yes.
How are we to ensure, that one case has one data?
Ma'am, even we received that letter yesterday.
Because yesterday only I received the direction.
Basically, actually, e-committee, what they're trying to do is they're trying to integrate the police system, the court system, even the forensic laboratory system, prisons together, ma'am. So उनीहरूको चाहिँ त्यो मेन मकसद चाहिँ के छ भने लाइक दे वान्ट टु इन्टिग्रेट एभ्रिथिङ एन्ड द सेयरिङ अफ डेटा विल बिकम इजियर. फर इक्जाम्पल लाइक पुलिस स्टेसनमा एउटा एफआइआर भयो म्याम, एफआइआर भयो भने द्याट एफआइआर हेज टु बी एन्टर्ड इन द कम्प्युटर. दे हेभ अ सिस्टम नोन एज सिसिटी होइन, त्यहाँ एन्ट्री गर्छ. नाउ त्यो एफआइआर के हुन्छ, वन्स दे एन्टर द्याट एफआइआर देयर अटोमेटिकली इट कम्स टु द कोर्ट म्याम. त्यो डिले नै हुँदैन म्याम, त्यो पेपर आउनु चाहिँ डिले. उनीहरूले एफआइआर लज गर्ने बित्तिकै कोर्ट वी क्यान रिसिभ द्याट एफआइआर म्याम. त्यो एफआइआर भन्छ कि म्याम, द्याट कम्स टु दि उयो सिआइएसमा आफै अटोमेटिकली वी क्यान कन्ज्युम इट म्याम. सिमिलरली चार्जसिट पनि त्यसरी नै कन्ज्युम हुन्छ, चार्जसिट भन्छ. आई विल डिस्कस द्याट म्याम लेटर अन. आई हेभ द्याट टपिक लेटर अन. So that thing is there. So even not only us consuming data from them, even they will consume data from us. For example, summonsहरू छ भने police system they can take our summons and then they can see, and हाम्रो judgments orders they can see म्याम के order pass गर्यो एउटा particular आईओले हेर्न चाहन्छ उसको particular केसमा. So those kind of data sharing मा त्यही गर्नु खोज्दैछ म्याम ई कमिटीले चाहिँ म्याम. So that is one good one data भनेको चाहिँ म्याम त्यही हो.
I think so. We judicial officers, apart from the learned district judges, we don't have our own accounts, right? Paperless court account. So we right now, without such account, how can we check that the charge sheets are being uploaded on a regularly? Charge sheets, FIRs are being uploaded.
No,
or
that
being filed,
yeah,
are being filed. Sorry, not uploaded, are being filed regularly.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you in CIS, ma'am, judicial officers they have account, ma'am. They can see, ma'am. If you can
CIS,
ask your
have
technical,
account. No, because the last time I was informed that we do not have our own personal accounts to check, the paperless things, the paperless files, the documents. Only the district judges they have.
Yes, you can always log in into CIS and you can see, ma'am. Even judges we had met, ma'am. If you can ask the technical, the more, ma'am, I'll tell some guy, ma'am. Ma'am, we can log into CIS and you can see everything, ma'am.
See, even when the police they file the charge sheets, we can check.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can ask your PSCR, ma'am. PSCR receives FIR.
No. They receive personally. I don't.
Yes,
without asking the others, if I want to check it, do that.
Yes, yes.
So what we have done is we have made an arrangement in place wherein once the police personnel bring the hard copy of the FIR, instead of placing it directly in front of you, madam, we have asked the police personnel to place it before an LDA of your court. That LDA of a court has access, been given the privileges in the CIS to check whether that FIR has been uploaded in CIS or not. If he finds that it is uploaded in the CIS, he will enter the digit. It's a 16-digit number, ma'am. It's a 16-digit number. He will enter that digit and he will write down, okay, this is received in also received as EFIR. And once that is placed before you, then the CGM, sir or madam would know that, okay, this has been, an online version is also available. That was done earlier, but I am not aware of whether that is being followed in Gangtok or not, because we are shifting to paperless, madam. So I believe in a few days' time, we will have to now think of some other ways of doing it.
Okay.
But there is provision, madam, as you've raised the question, there is a provision to check whether it is filed online or not before it is placed before.
Okay.
I have one question here, Mr. Yoland.
Yes, sir.
Now that we are going paperless and we are using a different software, so whether the data we feed in the software, it's linked to CIS and NJDG. That is yes. One. And second is whether if we start being paperless and we use our own software, whether the CIS will be redundant, I think.
Okay. So I'll take it one by one.
So let us discuss this with when we talk about SICMS in the second.
Okay. If sir would allow CGM.
With your permission, we have these issues, ma'am. Sir, we'll discuss this we have a topic there later on. We'll discuss this later on, if you kindly allow. Okay. Regarding what Rainy ma'am was saying, ma'am, I want to show you, ma'am, each sheet or EFR ma'am, serious,
Okay,
ma'am.
please.
And then you can do that, ma'am. I'll if you want that, ma'am, you can ask Mr. Pempa or Mr. You can call Mr. Rajiv, and then they will give you your access, ma'am, CIS access. CIS access, you can log in and you can see this, ma'am, details. I'll show you, ma'am. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, I can see you.
Yes. Now we log in into your Straight account, ma'am. Like right now, I'm doing with Swap User. So, if you see this is the like memco code there are cases listed to the duita this is your code, ma'am. As duita cases listed, and then you see as per area. So if you go to this menu here at the side, see here we see a tab known as ICGS, ma'am. Here, if you click on ICGS, the ICGS, ma'am, consume FIR, consume charge sheet, and then verify charge sheet. So everything is there, ma'am. So ICGS dashboard, ma'am, if you go, then you can see, ma'am, each charge sheet or EFIR, कतिवटा consume गर्यो भनेर, ma'am. So at present, ma'am, यो चाहिँ हामीले मेको मात्रै हेर्दैछ, ma'am. 1st May to 30th May, we have consumed 7 each charge sheet and we have consumed 1 FIR, ma'am.
Okay. But then the data is more than one. More than one FIR has been filed. I mean, at least the hard copy.
Yes, ma'am.
So this means only one EFI was filed? Only one EFI was filed?
Yes, ma'am. During the month of May, ma'am.
Okay.
And let's see, ma'am, we'll consume this. If you can consume, refresh, and then consume again, we'll see, ma'am, the 13 new records available, ma'am. And you know, ma'am, we can consume this, ma'am. CID code, so this will not come, ma'am. The CID code is. Whereas Oruko, ma'am, I'm refreshing this, ma'am. The data, this all the police stations, ma'am. So FIR only someone come, ma'am. See, these are the count. Total records available, China nil, ma'am. We can see that not available, ma'am. So that means Mati police station consumed is only one, ma'am. Mati 2 one total, ma'am. We have consumed only one. The एउटा मात्रै अहिले available except for the month of maybe अब police side बाट चाहिँ what they are doing is, ma'am, तिनीहरूले त्यो data timely feed गरेको छैन, ma'am. FIR आउँदैछ, they are not entering. So because of that we can get. So they are doing some exercise, ma'am. उनीहरूको हुँदैछ, ma'am. They are ma'am, technical एकजना like police station मा लगाउँदैछ for doing all this. But as of now, ma'am, it's like moderately, ma'am, I can say like around 60% चाहिँ उनीहरूले गर्दैछ, ma'am. 40% still they are lagging, ma'am.
Okay.
Even FIR your charge sheet पनि हेर्यो भने if I refresh, it will show you charge sheets available, ma'am. अहिले nil छ, ma'am, आएको छैन, 0, ma'am.
Okay.
So this is still अलिको present छ, ma'am. तर for the month of May चाहिँ we have consumed 7 charge sheets चाहिँ गरेछ अगाडि already consumed. So एउटा चाहिँ FIR.
That's progress.
This has to be verified.
Okay.
Ajay. And then if you see, ma'am, तपाईले यसको details हेर्नुभयो भने, if I go to verify FIR, EFIR यहाँ click गरेर माथि गरे भने, whatever we have, यो एउटा तीनटा यो पहिला गरेको, so जोक्तानको देखायो भने, this is the one, ma'am.
Okay, can we see
you can see all the details, ma'am.
Okay. But then I think in sensitive cases, I think the sensitive information must be redacted, I think, isn't it? When they upload the EFIR?
Between the police station and between the court, this is not available to the public, ma'am. This is
it's not available to the public. Okay.
No, this is just for us, ma'am. For the police and the court,
this is accessible to only us.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it's not
only
to the general public, ma'am.
Only for the 5 pillars of judicial system, right? The forensic and all. They can even they can access.
No, ma'am. This is only available to, ma'am, the police station. It's only available to us, ma'am. We receive this. So we are just Gangtok it's not available in theirs, ma'am. This is after jurisdiction. And then it will be seen by allow. So for example, Pesker can see this. LDA can see this, and then if ma'am wants, ma'am can see this. Ma'am. And then technical ma'am So this is EFIR which has been consumed, ma'am. So you 18/12/2025 FIR is a filing date, ma'am. So all the details are available here, ma'am. Isko acts case, ma'am. So acts they have not entered 19K code. There are 91C780 and complainant details, accused details, Gautam. That is something else. Investigation officer ko details. So this is the even ma'am charge sheet, ma'am. charge sheet company, we can see this is verify physical charge sheet. E-charge sheet, whichever we have received, for example, Namchi ko yani etro charge sheets we have received. This is all e-charge sheet we have received. So यहाँबाट एउटा के क्लिक गरेर गो गर्यो भने we'll see the charge sheet को details सबै आइहाल्छ म्याम. So this is the detail म्याम. यो 1/4/2026 मा ई फाइलिङ भएको रहेछ. सो पिटिसनरको डिटेल्स सबै आइहाल्यो म्याम, रेस्पोन्डेन्ट सबै आइहाल्यो म्याम. देन एक्स्ट्रा इन्फर्मेसन व्हाटएभर इज विल कम, सबमिनेट कोड इन्फर्मेसन, एक्ट सेक्सन त्यो पनि आएको छैन. मिन्स इन्कम्प्लिट डेटा हो म्याम, यिनीहरूले गरेको छैन यो म्याम. सो पुलिस स्टेसनको डिटेल्स आइहाल्यो. द जिस्ट अफ द केस इज अल्सो देयर म्याम. एमभिसी हो भने त्यसको डिटेल्स आउँछ. एक्स्ट्रा पार्टी छ भने यसको आयो. मणि कुमारको पनि एक्स्ट्रा पार्टी.
When they're uploading e-charge sheet, they are also supposed to upload the accompanying documents, like
do that.
medical documents and all that. Are they uploading it?
Yes, ma'am. त्यो PDF पनि आउँछ म्याम त्यससँग म्याम. Okay, PDF पनि आउँछ म्याम. And then witness information
कम्ती आउँछ होला सर.
हजुर
PDF चाहिँ गान्तोकमा चाहिँ what we have noticed is जुन चाहिँ PDF उहाँले अपलोड गर्नुपर्छ, sometimes they don't upload all the PDF. हजुर, because कतिवटामा आधी काटेर पठाइदिन्छ उहाँहरूले. बिकज अस्ति मिटिङमा सोध्दाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँले भन्नुभयो they are not trained. They are like, खासमा चाहिँ उहाँहरू म्याडम उहाँहरू चाहिँ पुलिस पर्सनल हुनुहुँदो रहेछ अनि उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ एडिसनल वर्क दिएको रहेछ अपलोड गर्नु. So they are more interested to go out in the fields than sit on a desk and do all this. But then I think last time they were saying training is underway for all the overstate, so it'll take some time. They have issues with regards to infrastructure, hardware. Hardware.
So Gangtok had a meeting, Mr. Yoland. Gangtok had a meeting with the police personnel regarding this uploading of e-charge sheets and e-files.
Madam, not for this e-charge sheet and e-FIR. The meeting was with regards to the new SICM software that is being rolled out. And during the rollout, Mr. Tenzing Loden, I think he's DIG, he was there. So he's also looking into all this, right, sir? So I put in a word like, this is the issue that we are facing. So that was the answer I got, because it is still underway. The training, they are doing a statewide training. Number one. Number two, the hardware that the courts are able to get from the e-courts committee, the police department, it's not so accessible for them. So they have issues on that level, ma'am. But they are trying their best to upload and ensure that all this data is being uploaded accurate. Because if you check the summary, I think the summary goes one way and the actual physical summary goes other way, ma'am. Because they are typing it in English, whereas the physical summary sometimes will come in Nepali or local language. So there is a problem over there, ma'am.
Okay.
As ma'am, I'll say ma'am, like what we are doing is when we receive the physical charge sheet, ma'am, we compare that physical charge sheet with what we receive, ma'am. Each charge sheet, we compare it, ma'am. Okay, compare like if the information is okay, then what we do is we register the case from here directly, ma'am.
Who compares it? The people in the judicial service section, judicial section?
Yes, data entry operators are there, ma'am. Data entry operator we have assigned for each and every establishment. Like they receive it physically. Compare, ma'am. Compare if the information is correct, they register the case directly from here itself, ma'am. We don't have to enter the data. Because they have already entered all the witness information, they have entered the victim details. But suppose data correction, then our people have to enter it manually to charge it. They enter one option. So all the type visions already do. So all the details are there, but we have to verify this. That's why there's a button known as verify charge sheet. So to charge sheet verify, if everything is okay, then we accept it. Is it okay, ma'am? Can I move on to the next topic?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. This is the concept of fora, ma'am. Basically, like what we do in the court, physically, like in the system also. A fora, filing, objection, registration, and allocation, ma'am. So first of all, filing takes place, ma'am. So filing, basically we are doing e-filing, ma'am. So that is like computer filing. So like physical filing, we have stopped in most of the cases, ma'am. And then filing circular, then we have this scrutiny portion. Ma'am, scrutiny, everything is checked, ma'am. Filing, everyone can do, ma'am. There's no, bar in filing. So everyone can go and file, ma'am. Cases, ma'am. तर अब्जेक्सनको टाइममा इफ देयर इज स्क्रुटिनीको टाइममा इफ देयर इज एनी अब्जेक्सन इफ देयर इज एनी द डिफेक्ट इन दि पेन पिटिसन जे हुन्छ नि इट विल बी रिटर्न ब्याक म्याम अन्त उनीहरूलाई त्यो करेक्सन गर्नु भनेर पठाउँछ या इफ के मिसिङ छ डकुमेन्ट मिसिङ छ भने त्यो हाल्नु भनेर वी सेन्ड इट ब्याक म्याम त्यो चाहिँ अब्जेक्सन पोर्सनमा छ वन्स अब्जेक्सन काट्यो भने चाहिँ देन वी डु द रेजिस्ट्रेसन म्याम सो रेजिस्ट्रेसनमा चाहिँ फाइलिङमा चाहिँ विल गेट अ फाइलिङ नम्बर त्यहाँदेखि रेजिस्ट्रेसनमा चाहिँ देन दे विल गेट द केस नम्बर त्यो रेजिस्ट्रेसन भएपछि देन वन्स इट इज रेजिस्टर्ड देन इट इज एलोकेट टु द कोर्ट कुन चाहिँ कोर्टमा जानुपर्ने द्याट एलोकेसन इज डन सो इट इज डन इन द केस म्यानेजमेन्ट सिस्टम पनि अन्त फिजिकल्ली पनि यही यसरी नै डु इट म्याम सो दिस कन्सेप्ट इज नन एज फोरा म्याम यो चाहिँ सिआइएसमा पनि छ एन्ड देन अहिले हामी 1 तारिकदेखि जुन चाहिँ पेपरलेस चल्दैछ इभन द्याट पर्टिकुलर सफ्टवेयर हेज दिस कन्सेप्ट नन एज फोरा म्याम ma'am, I'll just go through this very fast, ma'am, because we don't have time for this CISMS.
All right.
This is like digitization. Like I told you, like digitization phase 2 they can start back with you. Then still it's going on. It's more emphasis is also given on digitization. Like case records we have in the record section. Tell us a digitize. Then we'll be destroying all those files, ma'am, old files. Yeah, this company I think they will notify us like कुन कतिको फाइल चाहिँ राख्नुपर्ने र कुन चाहिँ डिस्ट्रोय गर्नुपर्ने तर once everything is digitized I think the old records will be destroyed ma'am destroyed गरेर चाहिँ कतिवटा चाहिँ रिटेन गरेर कतिवटा चाहिँ डिस्ट्रोय गर्छ सो रेकर्ड सेक्सनलाई चाहिँ मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली अब त्यो पेपर फ्री बनाउनु नै that concept is there in digitization ma'am so यसमा मैले त्यो सिम्पल डेफिनेसन दिएको छु so actually any physical material which is there ma'am त्यसलाई चाहिँ like digitize गर्नको लागि चाहिँ कम्प्युटरमा हाल्नको लागि चाहिँ इट्स नोन एज अ डिजिटाइजेसन प्रोसेस अन्त हाम्रो कोर्टमा चाहिँ नर्मली वी डु इट इन द रेकर्ड सेक्सन जति पनि ओल्ड फाइल्स फिजिकल फाइल्सहरू छ वी स्क्यान द्याट and then we scan that and then we store that in the computer so that is known as scanning and digitization हाम्रो कोर्टमा जुन चाहिँ चल्दैछ जो एडभान्टेजेस लाइक ब्रिफली दिएको छु मैले सो वी हेभ लट अफ एडभान्टेजेस अफ डिजिटाइजेसन एउटा त स्पेस सेभिङ हुन्छ so the digitization like will not have files in the record section so later on like day will come where record section the staff will be sitting only with the computer ma'am there will be no files computer so all the records will be available in the computer and then it will be provided in the computer so that day will come ma'am so they the objective of digitization is they actually space saving financial saving environmental benefits time saving is there data security this is also important ma'am data security or data recovery is very important ma'am like at present what we see is like our record section suppose if there is a fire in the court all the records are destroyed that is for sure ma'am त्यो सबै डिस्ट्रोय हुन्छ then we cannot retrieve that data त्यो पाउँदैन because whatever is there in the files and तर डिजिटाइजेसन भयो भने if it's in the computer then we have a disaster recovery plan हुन्छ जस्तो it's stored in the computer not in the record section it will be stored in the server somewhere else so त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ रेकर्ड सेक्सनमा आगो लागेर त्यहाँको कम्प्युटर आगो लाग्यो भने that record will be still available digitally in some other place so यो सबै छ and then digitization mainly what we have is computerization we have a document management system so whatever files are scanned they'll be fed into this document management system the document management system is it's a software त्यो सबै फाइलहरु स्क्यान गरेको जब हामी सिस्टममा हाल्छ दिस सफ्टवेयर विल हेल्प अस टु म्यानेज द डकुमेन्ट्स कसरी स्टोर गर्नु त्यसलाई हैन कहाँ स्टोर गर्नु कुन चाहिँ पार्ट स्टोर गर्नु त्यहाँ स्टोर गरेपछि त्यसलाई कसरी फेच गर्नु कसरी निकाल्नु सर्च गरेर कसरी निकाल्नु सो दोस थिंग्स आर देयर इन दिस डीएमएस दैट इज डकुमेन्ट म्यानेजमेन्ट सिस्टम and then as far as our judiciary is concerned हाम्रोमा चाहिँ के छ भने a document management system as per the SOP हाम्रो एउटा सुप्रिम कोर्टले SOP दिएको छ standard procedure operator procedure अब त्यो दिएको छ त्यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने like it has been mentioned that document management system चाहिँ has to be a central place which has to be managed by the High Court भन्दैछ so all the district will be putting their scanned documents in that particular document management system त्यसलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ if you can see in the last line is known as centralized judicial digital repository भन्छ JDR भन्छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ so JDR will be located in a cloud managed by the High Court High Court has to manage and all the districts subordinate courts जति पनि रेकर्ड छ हामी त्यो डिजिटल सेन्ट्रल डिजिटल जुडिशियल रिपोजिटरीमा हाल्छ and then once त्यो हालेपछि एडभान्टेजेस पुरा छ now what is the advantage means like हाम्रो रेकर्ड East can view, East को record, North can view, High Court को record, हामीले we can view, हाम्रो record, High can, that means there will be sharing of the information, the record information, so we can share with each and everyone, सबैको available हुन्छ, and then it'll be maintained in a centralized location, which will be done by the High Court. So that is centralized. There's a SOP ma cha, but I think that that progress is going on. As far as this is concerned, मलाई त्यति idea छैन. Mr. Yoland, if you have some idea about what is going on, तपाईले भनिदिनु भयो भने.
We are talking about digitization, digitization of case records.
Centralized judicial digital repository कुरा आउँदैछ, which will be mentioned by the High Court.
Deependra sir, अघि तपाईले भन्नुभएको जस्तै after the short break, we have a long session on SICM. Madam, SICM, if we could cover this subject, because it will go with the flow with the topic, madam. If you allow, then
sure, no problem.
I think because आधा भएर जान्छ होला, then बादमा फेरि it might be an issue for everyone to follow.
It's okay.
If you'd allow, please.
Yeah, sure, no problem, please.
Thank you.
So basically, like digitization, the basic thing we need to understand is like the code case files that will be computerized, digitized, scanned, OCR. After it's scanned, it is fed into a DMS, a digital document management system. And then, as per the SOP of the E-Committee, the DMS should be centralized, maintained by the High Court. So High Court command the server, High Court command the software. So all the districts will be putting the records, the digitized records. And then what will happen is we can share the data with anyone. Shared with we can share the data. This is the basic thing about this digitization. The workflow I will not discuss this. Scanning. So this is the workflow. Check then check pins document preparation, then scanning process is there. Then after that indexing also, then we'll check for the quality customer. Then after that we'll upload it in the DMS. So this is the thing. On the judicial data repository So High Court number 1, so it will be maintained by the High Court. It will be somewhere in the cloud. This was backup plans so that we will not lose the data and all the districts will be putting the information there in that digital repository. So it's a pictorial representation. Scanning as per the SOP. So scanning means the particular scan the criteria fulfill this is given in short. Black and white, grayscale, color PDF, APDF2 format. OCR must be there, and then minimum 300 PPI. 300 PPI scan, and then a file name say as per the CNR. So file as per the CNR. So this is there, and then metadata is there. Metadata is actually this particular picture says it's data and then these people are confused like what is it. So whenever we are scanning something and then we are putting it into DMS, DMS see it becomes a pile. What is it? So actually just see this. I've given a simple picture representation. First actually data is there, bottle data is there. Now the bottle suppose the label we will not know what it is. Your beer bottle whether it's Heat or whether it's Kingfisher or whether it's Carlsberg, and how should we know the bottle. So that bottle is a data. So that tag which is outside the bottle, it's a metadata. So the example the map is there, khazana is there. So that data is the khazana, and then the metadata is the map which leads to that khazana. So your example metadata. So even so all those bottles are different liquids. So those are data, and then the label outside which says juice, oil, that is a metadata. So metadata basically definition for the it is a data which represents a data. So हाम्रो scanning digitization if we see the code file is scanned, file scan गर्यो हामीले DMS मा हाल्दैछ तर त्यो फाइलको भित्र के छ will not know it. हामीले देख्दैन त्यो फाइल स्क्यान गरेर नाम मात्रै देखाउँछ नि. So त्यो फाइलको भित्र के छ will not know. So to know that we have to enter certain information while putting that file in the software. So the information will give filing information, e-filing information, KVR information, registration, nothing new information that मैले यहाँ already list गरेको छु. So we'll enter that information and then we'll put that data in. So this information what we put for that data is known as metadata. So actually यसको metadata को advantage के हो भन्दा later on खोज्नु पर्दाखेरि त्यसलाई डेटा एक्सट्र्याक्ट गर्नुपर्दा चाहिँ विल मेक युज अफ द मेटाडेटा. इज इट क्लियर? बुझ्नुहुँदैछ नि है?
Little confusing, but yeah, getting the hang of it.
No, it's basically it's a very simple thing. Just a book, sir. I'll just give you one simple example. There are books, sir. Book ko jun first phase ma lekeko huncha ni ma'am. The book was published on this date, written by this. I mean, this it's a metadata for the entire book. Oh, yeah, but book ko हामीलाई information चाहिएको छ भने we cannot go through all the pages of the book नि ma'am, हैन? So एउटा बेसिक इन्फर्मेसन जुन चाहिँ त्यो बुकको विषयमा दिन्छ, that basic information is known as a metadata of that particular book. So केसको पनि हेर्यो भने केसको भित्र त के हुन्छ नि, we have orders, we have petitions, we have so many things, हैन? And then to search something we cannot go through all those things. So बाहिरबाट जुन चाहिँ इन्फर्मेसन हामी डाल्दिन्छ, so that is known as a metadata. So त्यसमा चाहिँ maximum information जति राख्यो त्यति राम्रो हो. So त्यही प्रकारले when we scan something, मैम, स्क्यान गर्दाखेरि त त्यो एउटा पीडीएफ भएर बसेको हुन्छ नि मैम. So the PDF को भित्रको details also will not know what is there, ma'am. तर when we upload that PDF, we give a metadata to that PDF, ma'am. त्यो certain information हामीले दिएर चाहिँ त्यो डेटालाई अपलोड गर्छ, हैन? त्यो बाहिरको त्यो खोलको इन्फर्मेसनलाई चाहिँ मेटाडेटा भन्छ, मैम.
Okay.
And यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति I'll take time, ma'am, किनभने this is very important, ma'am, integrity of the digital evidence. Now we are moving towards this digital evidence, ma'am, evidence act पनि भन्छ, हैन? So what is actually integrity of digital evidence is like a digital evidence when we receive, ma'am, they say we have to make sure that it has not been altered, it has not been tampered or corrupted. So कोर्टमा आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब we never know, हैन? अब एउटा पेन ड्राइभमा लिएर आउँछ, whether that is the original evidence हो कि हैन त्यो ल्याएको will not know. So त्यो integrity त्यो मेन्टेन गर्नको लागि चाहिँ it's known as integrity of the digital evidence. This courtroom is very important. Now, maintaining this standard relies on the few fundamental practices, ma'am. So forensic imaging is there, and the cryptographic hashing is there, chain of custody is there, and then forensically sound tools are there. So, to maintain that originality of that particular evidence, investigator they will not give you the exact the first evidence record whether it's a video or audio. The original they have to maintain it, ma'am. त्यसको कपी बनाएर दिन्छ मैम जहिले पनि. So original त उनीहरुले राखेको हुन्छ, त्यो कपी बनाएर दिन्छ. त्यसरी गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो originalलाई they safeguard and keep. So त्यसरी पनि digital evidence को त्यसको I mean integrity राख्छ मैम. अर्को चाहिँ hashing, मैम. This is very important, मैम. हामी चाहिँ like we have to use this, मैम. यसलाई चाहिँ cryptographic hashing भन्छ. So hashing मा चाहिँ we use algorithms like MD5, SHA, SHA256. म यसलाई म देखाउँछु यो कसरी गर्छ भनेर. So actually this a unique mathematical fingerprint एउटा particular file को एउटा fingerprint भन्छ मैम, hashing भन्छ. त्यो hashing ले चाहिँ digital evidence जुन छ त्यो चाहिँ original हो कि हैन, whether it has been tampered or not, त्यहाँबाट थाहा पाउँछ मैम. So this is also there. So हामी के गर्नु भने मैम digital integrity of digital evidence we understood यसको के हो भनेर, like when we receive this evidence in the court, यो चाहिँ ठीक हो कि हैन भनेर all we need to do is we need to compare that, हैन, हो कि हैन भनेर. So के छ भने we to make use of this hash value, मैम. Hash value it's become very famous these days, हैन? अब hash value चाहिँ के भन्दा चाहिँ it's a fixed length of alphanumeric string generated by a mathematical algorithm to represent the data. So any data, whether we receive a video in the court or we receive audio or receive a picture or a PDF file छ भने पनि whatever file is त्यो सबैको चाहिँ एउटा alphanumeric string हुन्छ. त्यसलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ? It's known as a hash value. त्यो पर्टिकुलर डेटाको ह्याश भ्याल्यु भन्छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ. अब त्यो ह्याश भ्याल्युको युसेज यहाँ दिइरहेछ. द फर्स्ट थिङ इज टु इन्स्योर द डेटा इज करेक्ट हो. डेटा इन्टिग्रिटीको लागि युज हुन्छ त्यो ह्याश भ्याल्यु. एन्ड समटाइम्स इट्स युज फर पासवर्ड सिक्युरिटी पनि, एन्ड इट्स युज इन द डिजिटल सिग्नेचर पनि. सो हामीले अहिले कन्सन्ट्रेट गर्नुपर्नेमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ, डेटा इन्टिग्रिटीमा. सो वेन वी रिसिभ सर्टन डिजिटल एभिडेन्स इन द कोर्ट, सो वी निड टु इन्स्योर द्याट इट इज द ओरिजिनल एभिडेन्स, त्यसलाई ट्याम्पर गरेको छैन भनेर through hash value. Is it clear?
Mr. Dixit, I have been using to calculate to generate the hash value of especially the video electronic evidences. I've been using the apps websites that are available in the Google, like MD5 file and all. Is that a valid, I mean, reliable app for generating?
I'll come to that. So hash value चाहिँ like even the technical staff हामी कोर्टको and then normal staff and judicial officers यो चाहिँ एकदम important because we receive evidences in pen drive or CD drive होइन एउटा digital mediaबाट आउँदै गरेको हुन्छ. So whether it has come from the original source or not, we need to verify it. नभए चाहिँ त्यो tamper गरेको पनि हुनसक्छ. It's not only about videos and any files, any digital files, we can do that. So
But
यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने
the original, sorry, just to interrupt you, okay? I think if the original hash value is not given in the charge sheet, then there is no purpose of generating hash value at the time of trial,
yes,
isn't it?
they
Because we have
they
to
have to
match
give.
the hash value. But they
Yes,
don't.
yes,
They don't. Oh, so there's
yes,
no
yes,
point generating hash value of a digital record if they have not, the original hash value has not been generated.
Exactly,
Okay?
exactly, ma'am, exactly. So, ma'am, common hashing algorithms यहाँ दिएको छु मैले. So these are all actually different types of hash values. RIPEMD हो. We'll be concentrating on first pro, ma'am. यो दुईटा त अलिकति एडभान्स उयसको लागि हो, म्याम. सो अब त्यो के भन्छ ब्लकचेन टेक्नोलोजीतिर युटिलाइज गर्ने. सो नर्मल एउटा फाइल जुन चाहिँ छ विच इज अ भिडियो अडियो पिडिएफहरू छ भने चाहिँ क्यालकुलेट गर्ने त इट्स भेरी इजी, म्याम. सो वी हेभ सर्टन कमान्ड्स वी निड टु रन. यो द फर्स्ट वान लिनक्स कमान्ड चाहिँ कमान्ड टर्मिनल अनलाइन गर्दा पनि हुन्छ, म्याम. लाइक यु बिन टेलिङ म्याम त्यो अघिको भन्नुहुँदै थियो नि. सो यो अनलाइन गर्दा पनि हुन्छ. So let's see, ma'am. What we'll do is, ma'am, I'll just show you. I mean, let's generate some hash values. We'll be only concentrating on the first one, ma'am. MD5, some SHA1, SHA256, SHA512. यो मैले वेबसाइटको दिएको छु MD5 क्याल्कुलेटरमा. I will just use this first, ma'am. यो I'll just copy and paste this. Okay, now what we will do is it's very simple. Choose the file, and then any file. Say for example, let's say training index MD calculator. Say for example, there is a file known as welcome speech, ma'am. Your welcome speech, ma'am. This is a doc file, ma'am. Any file, doc file, ma'am. It's going to generate all this, ma'am. When you put it there, MD5 value, it has generated, ma'am. SHA1, SHA256, SHA512. It's a time concentrate, ma'am. So these are the values. Now, I'll see this. अब यो चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने नि when the evidence or या के files whenever it's given, the SHA यो जति पनि valuesहरू छ MD5 SHA यो S value, the source, the person who is going to give you the evidence has to provide to you, man. अब यो चाहिँ कसरी प्रोभाइड गर्छ भन्दै they cannot त्यो एउटा पेन ड्राइभमा हालेर ल्याउनु हुँदैन. त्यो चाहिँ किनभने इफ समथिङ हेज चेन्ज त्यो पनि चेन्ज भइहाल्छ नि त्यहाँनिर. सो दे हेभ टु प्रोभाइड दिस इन सम अदर वे. सो तपाईँले पेन ड्राइभमा लिएर उनीहरूले एभिडेन्स आउँदैछ भने चाहिँ दे हेभ टु प्रोभाइड द ह्यास भ्याल्यू फ्रम द सोर्स थ्रु इमेल डाइरेक्टली टु यु, म्याम. हो त्यसरी गरेर चाहिँ इन्टिग्रेटेड त्यसलाई प्रिजर्भ गर्नु पर्यो नि. सो द्याट्स हाउ दे डु इट. सपोज अब एउटा भिडियो पुलिसले ल्याउँदैछ अरे, म्याम. सो सोर्सबाट उनीहरूले जहाँ भिडियो बनाए त्यसको उनीहरूले दे हेभ टु क्यालकुलेट दिस भ्याल्यू. दे हेभ टु सेन्ड दिस भ्याल्यू थ्रु इमेल अर थ्रु सम अफ द सोर्स डाइरेक्टली टु द कोर्ट, म्याम. अन्त उनीहरूले त्यसलाई त्यहाँदेखि पेन ड्राइभमा लिएर आउँदा जेमा सिडीमा हालेर लिएर आउँदा हुन्छ. सो वन्स दे ब्रिङ इट देन हामीले विल जेनेरेट द एमडी भ्याल्यू एन्ड देन विल कम्पेयर विथ वाट दे हेभ सेन्ड, म्याम. त्यो दुईटा कम्पेयर गरेर हामीले इफ इट्स ओके देन इट इज अरिजिनल. तर इफ इट डजन्ट म्याच द्याट मिन्स इट हेज बिन ट्याम्पर्ड. सो द्याट्स हाउ वी डु इट, म्याम. सो यो भ्याल्यू जेनेरेट भएको छ यसमा. सो दिस आर द भ्याल्युज. नाउ सी वाट आइल डु इज यो मैले दिस अ फाइल नोन एज वेलकम स्पिच डट ओडिटी मैले त्यसको जेनेरेट गरेको, म्याम. यो हो. अब what we do is यो particular file like what we can do is this welcome speech भन्ने यहाँ छ. Okay, I'll make changes to this file. यो खोलेर चेन्जेस गर्छु and then we'll see whether that will change or not. So यसमा मैले like I'll just do this few things. I've tampered with the file. And I've saved it. Okay, I've saved. I've closed this. Now what I'll do is I'll again generate the MD value of the same file. See, I'll choose the file again. welcome speech and open this. Now see, the values will be totally different. See, the same file, welcome speech.odt, यो अघिको भ्यालुजहरु यहाँनिर छ, and this is the one generator. अहिले see, everything has changed because I have put few lines there in that particular file. That means it has been tampered, so it will change. So ये integrity चाहिँ यसरी नै मेन्टेन गर्छ त्यसको, even with the video audio सबैमा त्यही हो. So it has changed. Visible छ नि है सबैलाई?
Yes.
So the value has changed, see, because I've made some changes to the file. So यो मैले देखाउनु कारण चाहिँ के हो भन्नु चाहिँ, see, even if I make a smallest of changes to the file, any file, the value changes completely. So यसरी नै we maintain the integrity of the file.
But like you said, if the video is emailed, will the integrity of that video still remain intact if it is downloaded in order to check the
yes. Unless and until the video has been opened in the software and edited by someone, the integrity will remain same. Some internal
even if we copy it or download it in our computer.
Yes. Yeah, it will not change, ma'am. Hash value will only change if the video has been opened and edited, ma'am. त्यसलाई जति नै सर्कुलेट गर्यो भने it will not change, ma'am.
Deependra sir, if I may add.
Yes, sure.
So, madam, last time the same thing had come up in our court. So, I believe there is a section, there is a certificate to be issued under Section 33 of the Bharatiya Saksha Adhiniyam 2023. So, यहाँ court मा चाहिँ अस्ति सरले चाहिँ त्यो भन्नुहुँदै थियो. He was suggesting that this certificate should accompany any digital evidence as per the rule. So, I know madam is aware and madam sir are aware, but we have to keep on insisting, right, madam, that certificate 63 has to accompany any digital evidence as per the.
Yes. We are also insisting whenever we meet the the police representatives from the police department. We say that, but then even if the certificate, in some cases, certificate under Section 63 is given, but then they miss out writing the hash value of the document. So it has happened in many cases, but then I think they are noting it down, and it will improve in the future. But in the meantime, yes, that is the situation.
Ma'am, whenever you are asking them to send this hash value, ma'am, just tell them to send MD5, SHA1, SHA512, and SHA256, ma'am.
They do that wherever they have mentioned the hash value. They mention these three. What do you call and what is it called? Anagram?
That's all algorithms. Ma'am. Also, these are the algorithms. This one. Okay, ma'am. As much as like what I have given is like this is how you calculate it, and then we can also create a file hash file bonum. So that's actually not needed by us. The source from where they give us the evidence, only you actually bonum a file. File the value like copy गरेर, they put it in a text file. After that, they give the name to the file, and then extension say MD5 को भने .md5 लाउनु पर्यो .sha.sha256 त्यो लाउनु पर्यो. This is how we make file. त्यो file बनाएर चाहिँ then the source has to give it to us. So this is how they have to create this. And then verifying to verify normally the first thing we do is usually त्यसलाई हेरेर गर्दा पनि हुन्छ. नभए चाहिँ we have some comments to do this. यो मुनिपटि लेखेको छु मैले as MD5 sum -c file name .md5. So त्यसरी verify गर्दा पनि हुन्छ. And if the file is intact, the terminal display okay हुन्छ. So this is how we do it. त्यो अघि मैले ma'am as one you thing यो जुन चाहिँ साइडबाट गरेको, we can do this by command also. A very simple command is there, no? देखाउनु पर्दैन होला ma'am. It's very simple. You want to see or something?
No, it's fine. It's okay. If it's fine.
Select. Okay. So through command also we can do that. Ma'am, regarding your digital evidence integrity also, now there is a new thing coming up in the police department known as e-saksha. Sir, listen, sir, e-saksha.
Yes, I have heard about it.
Yeah. Now this is actually the police department. They have come up with a this portal and app known as e-Saksha. E-Saksha चाहिँ के गर्छ भने the police who is doing the investigation उनीहरूले जति पनि एभिडेन्सहरू छ they record it in their mobile phones. त्यो e-Saksha भन्ने एप हुन्छ त्यो एपको थ्रुबाट उनीहरूले यो रेकर्ड गर्छन् त्यो रेकर्ड गरेर इभन दे क्यान रेकर्ड दि स्टेटमेन्ट्सहरू छ स्टेटमेन्टहरू पनि रेकर्ड गरेर त्यहाँ हालेको हुन्छ एन्ड वाट एभर भिडियो फोटो एभिडेन्स त्यो एप त्यो सबै उनीहरूले त्यो एपमा हाल्छ त्यहाँबाट डाइरेक्टली दे अपलोड इट इन दि e-Saksha वेबसाइटमा त्यो e-Sakshaको उनीहरूको त्यो सेन्ट्रलाइज पोर्टल हुन्छ त्यहाँ अपलोड गर्छ नाउ उनीहरूले त्यो अपलोड गरेपछि उनीहरूको काम सक्यो त्यो उनीहरूको टाइम स्ट्याम्पहरू हुन्छ उनीहरूले त्यो भेरिफाईहरू गरेर सबै गरेर अपलोड गर्छ then later on when they come to the court and they want to place this evidence with the charge sheet उनीहरूले त्यहाँनिर त्यो e-Sakshaको ID मात्रै दिएको हुन्छ so the court can go to that e-Saksha and then you can download the evidence or see that evidence directly त्यसो गर्यो भने we don't need this as MD5 केहरू गरिरहनु पर्दैन भेरिफाई गर्नु भन्ने because it has come from the source which has been made by the police itself so त्यो सबै हामीले गर्नु पर्दैन so this will be the safest way of transferring the evidence from the police to the court. So this development is going on. I think recently the NSC like even they are making ID for the courts. So courts directly we can log into this e-Saksha and then see the evidence. The police charge sheet they have to mention the evidence ID e-Saksha they'll mention the ID of that particular evidence and then court directly we can see the evidence from that website. So this development is going on. Mr. Yoland, do you have anything to say on this?
Okay, with your permission, Madam, last time, same again, because we keep having interaction with the police department over here. अनि अस्ति यही कुरामा चाहिँ e-Sakshaमा चाहिँ उहाँहरूले भन्नुहुँदै थियो कि though the police they are in a position to display the contents of a video किनभने अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ हाम्रो कोर्टमा जति if there is any video evidence CCTV को फुटेजहरु छ भने चाहिँ they bring it in a pen drive madam sir and उहाँले त्यो normally pen drive play गर्दाखेरि कतिवटा रिजनले गर्दाखेरि pen drive corrupt भइराको हुन्छ and they are not able to show the play the pen drive हामीले so उहाँले भन्दाखेरि e-Sakshaको कुरा they have the username and password if the court allows उहाँहरूले उहाँको त्यो कोर्टमा हामीले देखाउन सक्छ भन्नुहुँदै थियो and they were पुलिसको पर्सनलहरु उहाँ माथि हाई लेभलमा चाहिँ they were not very aware whether we are technically sound we are technically ready to show that or not so I informed the SP sir कि कोर्टमा त we have internet is there we have NIC network हाम्रोमा we have computers we have big screens so we are in a position to they are in the IOs or the police personnel they are in a position to log in using their login password and username and display the CCTV footage or video footage or any footage that they have uploaded in e-Saksha. But then I again told them that is again the prerogative of the court concerned, judicial officer concerned, whether उहाँले त्यो हेर्नु दिनुहुन्छ कि हुन्न. So because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think हामीलाई instructions आएको छैन कि उहाँले चलाउँदा हुन्छ they can display it or e-Sakshaलाई हामीले लिनु सक्छ भनेर त्यो आएको छैन भन्नुहुँदै थियो म्याम सर सो उहाँहरु चाहिँ रेडी रहेछ they are just like Deependra सरले भन्नुभएको जस्तै कोर्टलाई पनि युजर नेम पासवर्ड दिनुभयो then we can access all the videos and the pictures that are uploaded in their e-Saksha upload. So that is a work in progress actually. Thank you.
Regarding this, like say NSC that representative, he had called me up and then he was asking about all these things. So I think they are in the process of giving access to e-Saksha to the courts. When courts have any access thing, I think they will give access to the judicial officers. Judicial officers can log in. When I see then judicial officers can log in and then see the evidence. About charge sheet the IO has to mention. It's a particular evidence it's there in the e-Saksha र त्यो particular evidence को चाहिँ त्यो generate भएको हुन्छ ID त्यो e-Saksha ID generate भएको हुन्छ त्यो ID उनीहरूले mention गरिदिन्छ so judicial officer can log in and then put that ID directly हेर्यो भने त्यो particular evidence आइहाल्छ तपाईको उसमा स्क्रिनमा so त्यही नै like it will be like considered as the genuine evidence त्यो चाहिँ अब obviously अब पुलिसकै नेटवर्कबाट हुन्छ so त्यसले गर्दा त्यसलाई टेम्परहरु गरेको त्यो के गरेको त्यस्तो केही चान्सेस चाहिँ हुँदैन सो इन्टिग्रिटी चाहिँ हुन्छ डेटाको त्यसमा दैट इज देयर अब key features हरु देख्छु e-Saksha will just brush through this यिनीहरूको यस्तो हुन्छ लाइक दिस इज द मोबाइल एप विच द पुलिस विल बी युजिङ सो उनीहरूले त्यो अथेन्टिकेट गरेपछि देन दे क्यान अपलोड डेटा एफआइआरहरू मेन्सन गरे या बिफोर एफआइआर आफ्टर एफआइआर गरेको छ भने क्राइम सिनमा गएर अपलोड गर्ने उनीहरूको त्यो एप हो एन्ड दिस इज द वेबसाइट विसार्च छ यसमा चाहिँ लाइक दे विल गिभ अस युजर नेम एन्ड पासवर्ड होला लेटर अन artificial intelligence because we don't have time here. I'll just pause to this artificial intelligence like phase 3 ma sir we are going to this यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने we have a committee also in the high court यसमा artificial intelligence committee has already been framed so यसमा मेम्बर्सहरु उहाँहरु हुनुहुन्छ artificial intelligence committee को and then there's another thing coming up which is known as supesh Supreme Court portal for assistance in court efficiency. So you are trial basis ma they have been trying in some courts of Mumbai and Delhi High Court. You should try this. So basically it's a AI based software and then it will be like helping the judges to in the research decision making ma garदैन तर they will give you all the facts as के एउटा इनपुट दियो भने suppose if you have a case and त्यो केसको तपाईले ब्रिफ फ्याक्ट्सहरु त्यसमा हाल्दिएको छ भने it'll be searching its database for all those kind of cases which have been dealt in the past त्यो गरेर चाहिँ त्यहाँदेखिको यो केसमा चाहिँ यस्तो भएको थियो now this will be the probable यसको आउटकम चाहिँ यो हुन्छ भनेर it is going to give you all those things and त्यो बेसमा you can give a decision so यो चाहिँ अब it's still under development phase यो चल्दैछ maybe someday it will come to Sikkim yeah ICJS is like interoperable criminal justice system also so यसले चाहिँ के गर्छ भने it will be connecting the courts software system to the software system of the police CCTNS भन्छ त्यो चाहिँ so CCTNS कनेक्ट गर्ने त्यो जति पनि EFIR e-charge sheets and then even e-साक्ष्य everything comes under this ICJS e-prisons जति prisonसँग कनेक्ट गर्न सक्छ so it will come under ICJS so अघि हामीले यो डिस्कस गरे ब्रिफली EFIR e-charge sheet e-summons e-prisons and e-साक्ष्य यो सबै एक्चुअली comes under ICJS so यसमा चाहिँ I'll just tell you something about this e-summons e-charge sheet अघि हामीले हेरिहाल्यो e-prisons is like अहिले चाहिँ के हुँदैछ भने like in CIS court management system मा चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छ we enter the prisoner's detail UTR under trial prisoner detailsहरु हाल्छ and then what happens is after we put that details हामीले त्यहाँदेखिको जेलसँग कनेक्ट गर्छ e-prison को जेलसँग so जेलको सफ्टवेयरमा हुन्छ so जेलको सफ्टवेयरसँग चाहिँ then we tag our entry with the जेलको entry add गरेपछि then we'll receive all the information from the jail regarding that UTP जस्तो त्यो UTP बिमार छ भने त्यो पनि आउँछ उसको फोटो आउँछ उ सपोज जेलबाट छोडेको छ भने उलाई छोड्दियो भने त्यो इन्फर्मेसन पनि we'll receive in CIS so that is e-prisons हो अन्त यो e-summons चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने whatever summons we generate in CIS अब सिभिल समन्स त के हुन्छ इट गोज टु द नाजिर एन्ड स्टेप युज हुन्छ नाजिरकोबाट प्रोसेस सर्भरकोमा जान्छ प्रोसेस सर्भरले उसलाई त्यो डेलिभर गर्छ द्याट इज एन्ड स्टेपमा नाउ व्हाट्स ह्यापनिङ इज that e-summon is also going to the police network CCTNS मा जान्दैछ that summons whatever court has generated जान्दैछ न पुलिसको उनीहरुको अहिले के छ भने पुलिस also they are using their app उनीहरुको एप युज गर्दैछ उनीहरुको पुलिसको आफ्नै एउटा एप छ त्यो एपबाट चाहिँ they are serving the summons and they are uploading the information के भयो त्यो summons सर्भ गरे कि गरेन कहाँ गरे के गरे त्यो सबै डिटेल्सहरु उनीहरुले हालेर and that उनीहरुले गरेको काम चाहिँ इट्स कमिङ टु अस हामीले हेर्दा हुन्छ त्यो उनीहरुले के गर्यो भनेर I'll just show you this because it's very important नो यो हेरेको राम्रो पनि हो CIS मा This I'll be seeing ma'am ko quote here like we go to court proceedings case proceedings my go civil criminal process and process status so this is the button which we press यसमा हेर्यो भने we'll see त्यो प्रोसेसहरु जति कोर्टले जेनेरेट गरेको छ र पठाएको छ त्यो चाहिँ डेलिभर भयो कि भएन यो कहाँ पुग्यो त्यो के सबै डिटेल्सहरु we can see from this so यहाँ हेर्यो भने अलिक समयको भएको छैन so we'll see from April So these are the list which shows. So these are the list which shows summons which has been generated by your court, and then it has gone through any step. यो सबै गएपछि अहिले यो सबै पेन्डिङ छ, it has not been served. यो चल्दैछ अहिले भन्दैछ. See, now यो पेन्डिङ चाहिँ भएको छैन. Now which has been served is showing like this. देख्नु हुँदैछ न? सरले देख्नु हुँदैछ?
Yes.
Yes. Now here if you see this,
Can you show us the photo, sir? Mr. Dixit, can you show us
photo? Yes.
of the picture of the summons?
Yes. See, this is the one. यो चाहिँ पुलिसले गरेको म्याम. I just wanted to inform you that यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने नि there are two types of system from where the process has been served. म्याम एउटा चाहिँ हाम्रो कोर्टले नै गर्दैछ प्रोसेस सर्भर्सहरुले, एउटा चाहिँ पुलिसले गर्दैछ म्याम. So दुईटा छ. So पुलिसले गरेको चाहिँ यिनीहरु हो. यहाँनिर डिटेल्सहरु देखाइरहेको हुन्छ. प्रोसेस सर्भर नेम इज छबिन माझी. छबिन माझी इज नट आवर प्रोसेस सर्भर, यो पुलिसको हो. सो यहाँ देख्नु हुन्छ उनीहरुको बिल्ड नम्बरहरु सबै देख्नु हुन्छ. इफ यु क्यान सी दिस बिल्ड नम्बर 24 यो छबिन माझी चाहिँ सब यो छबिन माझी बिल्ड नम्बर यो त्यो पुलिसले सर्भ गरेको हो. सो त्यो फोटोमा चाहिँ व्हाट दे डु इज उनीहरुले त्यो जोलाई दिएको छ उनीहरुको सिग्नेचर या फोटो अब्टेन गरेको हुन्छ. सो एभ्रीथिङ इज अवेलेबल म्याम. यहाँबाट हेर्नु दिस इज यहाँ मुनि पनि लेखिरहेको छ सीसीटीएनएस स्टेटस लेखेको छ नि म्याम यो this portion. So this is actually CCTNS भन्नु मतलब चाहिँ पुलिस नेटवर्कबाट गरिदिएको त्यो चाहिँ. सो यो फोटो हेर्यो भने द फोटो कम्स यसो देखाउँछ त्यो उनीहरुले के गरे कहिले गरे त्यो उसको डिटेल्स पाएको हुन्छ. सो वी नीड नट वेट फर दैट फिजिकल समन्स टु कम. म्याम यहाँबाट हेर्यो भने यो छिटो आइरहेको हुन्छ नि बिकज दे विल बी डुइङ इट मच अर्लियर देन द फिजिकल थिङ. सो यो अगाडि आइरहेको हुन्छ. सो यही हेरेर नि वी क्यान प्रोसिड विथ द केस पनि. पुलिस नेटवर्कले गरेको चाहिँ यस्तो आउँछ म्याम. अन्ली फोटोज विल बी अवेलेबल म्याम. Whereas if our process server does it, mostly civil cases मा गरेको हुन्छ हाम्रो प्रोसेस सर्भरले गरेको चाहिँ पेन्डिङ छ सबै. So ma'am, यो हेर्नुभयो भने this particular number 2 is done by our process server ma'am. हाम्रो process serverले गर्दा चाहिँ we can see the photo, we can see the signature, we can see the map also where they have served it ma'am. So we photo हेर्यो भने this is the photo to whom they have served, and then they have obtained the signature also here. This is the signature they have obtained, and then map हेर्यो भने this will show where they have served. त्यो कहाँनिर सर्भ गरेको त्यो म्याप देखाउँछ ma'am. This will take time to load. So it will be showing the map also there where they have served. Again, so any step is also it's like we'll just cross through this. हामीले त्यो पहिला पनि डिस्कस गरेको कति थियो. So any step मा चाहिँ के हुन्छ, process generation is done in CIS. After that any step web application मा जान्छ. So any step web application बाट चाहिँ it goes to the app of the process servers. उनीहरुको एपमा चाहिँ उनीहरुले you can see the process, they can give the process, then they can upload the status, सर्भ गरेको गरेन, capture photo, then they can take the signature, and then they can save the location. So त्यो गरेपछि चाहिँ then that status will be available in CIS. So this is a sample e-process that हामी generate गर्छ कोडमा. Then one important thing here is like we have mentioned something below that process is system generated and transmitted in a secured manner by authorized user. As such, physical signature is not required. So that's why we have written SD. So यसमा सबैमा signature गरिरहनु पर्दैन. Because it will consume time to सबै गरेर then they'll be placing it to you. You have to sign all those things. So since it has a QR code, so it's a system generated by an authorized person. So we don't have to sign this. The sign गर्नु पर्दैन यसमा चाहिँ. That's what we have mentioned. So this is how they do it. Process serverले उनीहरुले त्यो सिग्नेचर obtain गर्ने उनीहरुको एप हो यो. Status tracking can be done by Najir, and then it can be done by PSKRD. अघि मैले देखाएको थिएँ status tracking, so we can do that. Even judicial officers can do this. Another thing, like this is, I think, the last topic I'll be having. Digital courtroom and paperless live streaming. So digital courtroom paperless, so like from first we are doing it. We'll discuss that. Mr. Yoland will be discussing that later on. अर्को चाहिँ के छ भने we are having this live streaming also in the court. त्यो हाम्रोमा इक्विपमेन्ट्सहरू लगाउँदैछ अहिले लाइभ स्ट्रिमको इक्विपमेन्ट्सहरू लगाउँदैछ. Then after that, I think court proceedingsहरू चाहिँ it will be going live. Mr. Yoland, if you can tell us something more about this.
With regards to live streaming and digital courtroom, after going through all this new development, sirs and madam, there's a thing called V console in the new system with the SICM, Sikkim Integrated Case Management System. There is a provision for video conferencing using a V console system, and we've been testing that out. It is integrated with Family Court, and all the shortcomings that we faced earlier. Now it is now what we feel is that it has overcome the V console software, the V console app. It has overcome the shortcoming. The reason being, earlier, if for live streaming, we required a lot of equipments. Apart from the cameras, we required those boxes to control all the cameras. But with this V console, we are at a liberty to add around 5 cameras in a courtroom racer. So we have been testing that out. We tested it out last time, and we have also shared how it is to be tested with all the technical manpower, sir. So I think we can achieve live streaming using V console, which is a new feature that has come up in the SICM. So after the break, if you permit, we could consult about it. But so far as learned judicial officers are concerned, I do not think the officers are required to know about it. Only thing is the technical manpower, they have been trained in detail about how to use it, how to configure it, and how to integrate it. Live streaming ko lagi, as of now, we have not received any information from the Honorable High Court asking us to start live streaming. Though we have received all the equipments, but we are yet to receive any instructions with regards to the start of the service. That is the update as of now, sir and ma'am, for live streaming.
Okay.
Ma'am, we have received all this hardware for live streaming. So the mics have been provided. You can see in your courtroom, the mics are there. And then the speakers are there. Now, only the camera has to be installed. So after that, I think later on we'll receive information, direction from the High Court to start live streaming. So once it's done, then everything will go live. So the general public can see the court proceedings. Before we take a short break, I just wanted to tell you something about this SICMS. Mr. Yoland, like he has been training the staff also in the SICMS. He trained the staff yesterday also. You'll be knowing more about it, so you'll be dealing more of this SICMS. But before that, we'll just see this the details of the SICMS. So actually, SICMS actually it was developed by the High Court of Kerala. And then that particular SICMS model, so they've been the High Court has directed us to adopt the same thing. So we'll be doing that SICMS in Sikkim from 1st of June. As a centralized software that will be hosted in a cloud. So another thing here is like regarding this, the fact about the software is it will be hosted in a cloud. So what does that basically mean is like it's totally dependent on the connection, internet connection. So right now, like the CIS we're having, we are hosting it in a server in our own court complex. So even if the network is not there, or even if the internet is not there, we can still work internally, because the server is here with us. So all the staff, peskers, LDS, stenographers, they can do their work in CIS, even if the connection is not there. Once the connection comes, then we share the data to the NGDG. But in case of SICMS, now that will not be there because it will be hosted in a state data center or national data center. So the connectivity is very important. So if the connection is not there, then see, like we are talking about paperless court. So the court will be running totally on this SICMS. So if SICMS does not open or if the connection is not there, then the entire court will be at halt. So this is a very important thing to know. So as of now, what we have learned is that even yesterday we had a meeting with the Honorable London CPC ma'am regarding this. So as of now, what we know is it will replace CIS. So from 1st of June, we will be using SICMS software, and then we will not be using CIS. So the software is intended to transform the district jurisdiction into fully digital and paperless. A family code of Gangtok, they have implemented SICMS with effect from 20th of May. The family code Gangtok is totally running on SICMS, and the entire district of Gangtok will implement SICMS on 1st of June 2026. And then even regarding all the districts, we have been asked to do it from 1st of June itself. So let's see what will happen. Maybe if you can allow us, we'll take a short break and then we'll later on carry on with the SICMS.
Sure, no problem. So 10 minutes break?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we'll convene at 12:10?
12:10. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Yoland,
Yes, sir.
did you get a call from High Court right now?
Yes, I got a call from High Court, but I told उहाँलाई मैले भने कि I'm in a meeting. So एकछिन after 1:30, no, not a meeting. We are in a VC SJ को प्रोग्राममा. So after that, if you could kindly speak भनेको छु.
Actually, this was regarding this implementation. के 1 तारिकदेखिको
हजुर.
I received a call from Mrs. Panita. So Monday most probably we'll be having a VC with the Honorable CJ.
Okay. So I told him after this गरौँ न भने मैले.
What happened was like Mr. Gautam, he went to the High Court.
अँ,
CPC म्यामलाई भेट्नु भएछ देन उहाँले चाहिँ त्यो प्रब्लम्सहरु भन्नुभएछ रिगार्डिङ अब डिस्कन्टिन्युएसन अफ सिआइएस नि
हजुर.
गरे के हुन्छ भनेर देन म्याम इज रियली वरिड अबाउट इट अरे हो
अँ,
सो अन्त अब त्यो चाहिँ के हो भनेर चाहिँ सी वान्टेड टु नो फ्रम अस अल्सो अरे अन्त अनरेबल सिजे पनि बस्नुहुन्छ अरे त्यो विषयमा सो के प्रब्लम्सहरु छ र के सिआइएसमा वाट डेभलपमेन्ट्स आर अलरेडी देयर एन्ड देन नयाँ युज गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ वाट विल बी लुजिङ एन्ड अल दोज थिङ्स चाहिँ त्यो डिस्कस गर्नको लागि त्यो मन्डेको चाहिँ
ओके ओके हुन्छ नो नट अ प्रब्लम नि दिपेन्द्र सर
हजुर
यो मैले स्क्रिन सेयर गर्दैछु कि मेरो स्क्रिन त फेरि आएन त
आउँदैछ त मेरोमा
तपाईँको देखाउँदैछ है
हजुर
अहिले देखाउँदैछ
देखाए त सर
देखाउँदैछ है सर
हजुर Mr. Yoland, something about that Monday meeting, like we'll just clear out everything. CIS को developments so we'll just jot it down somewhere and write it down somewhere. And the honorable CIS हामीले भन्नै पर्छ कि CIS मा हामीले we have reached this far हो. So regarding the ICGS module, regarding all those things, e-summons that we are getting the status and all everything, you know, regarding e-saksha, everything is there. Oh. So I was SICM is used to say we'll be losing all those things. Oh. Manerani. We'll keep the facts. I know, Mr. Can you hear me?
Deependra sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
So second session start करें.
Mr. Yoland is coming. He was there.
Section officer Gangtok can be seen. Somebody's screen is being shared.
Yes, ma'am. He was here right now. I think he'll be coming back.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, madam, may I start the session?
Yes, please. You may.
Okay. I am having some issues with the internet over here. So, if you would allow me to get the video off, I'll get my video off and proceed with the session with your
Sure, no
permission.
problem. Yes.
I'm very sorry for the delay, but as per the session today, madam, the second session, we would be talking about in detail about SICM, which has been nominated as the nomenclature would be the District Sikkim Integrated Case Management SICM. So, as we were discussing earlier, as you've been informed, this SICM is a module which has been adopted by the Honorable High Court of Kerala successfully, if I may add. And now the Honorable High Court of Sikkim is trying to bring that module for the state of Sikkim. Though we had some apprehensions in the earlier phase with regards to unlearning CIS and learning SICM again, which is a daunting task for everyone. But after using it for a while, we have found multiple points which we feel it is very good for us, and we have found a few points which we still fear whether we will be able to work on it or not. But being a pilot project, Gangtok District Court, I can assure you that there are more pros than cons for this system. The number one good thing about this, and I know that there will be some issues raised about this, is the one thing that is good about it is we are able to access this SICM using any network. What I mean to say is, earlier, for CIS, we needed a NIC network, be it at home or from the office. And if we do not have a NIC network, we were required to utilize the VPN technology and access the CIS. But now, with SICM, it is now what we see is that it is not there is no requirement for a secure network. We are able to access it using any kind of network, be it your mobile network, be it your Geo network, BSNL, Airtel, any kind of network. We are able to access it. Access it as in we are able to access it in full. You can see everything. We can do everything. All the judicial officers, learned judicial officers will have their own logins, and you are able to access your case documents, your case files. So based on this, what I feel is this is a very good addition to the already ongoing talk of work from home, for which we have recently received a notification from the Honorable High Court of Sikkim. So we are also having a meeting today with the learned district judge, learned principal district judge, and all the judicial officers after this training session, because we need to work on how to work from home. And I was talking about this with my learned principal district judge, HOD, that if we can implement this SICM for Gangtok, and if we can roll it out successfully, then I think the work from home dream would be a reality for us, for a lot of us, actually speaking, because of the travel restrictions. So, if I may go on as per points, sir, first thing, our CJM sir, Jabeng sir, was talking about EFIR, e-charge sheet, and integration. Now, if I may explain it to you, this is a process which is ongoing. We have to keep in mind, and the learned CPC has repeatedly told us that CIS, it was a software in making for the last decade, more than a decade. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to achieve the achievements made in a decade in a month or two. So madam is very aware that it is a process. It has to be integrated step by step. And the first process for this is going paperless. Now, how do we achieve this paperless option, and what are the SOPs that is involved when, as far as uploading a file is concerned, the scanning of file is concerned? If you allow, I would like to share this instructions which we've already received from the Honorable High Court of Sikkim. Allow entire screen. Are you able to see this, sir and madam?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I believe this is what we've received, instructions so far as civil suit is, filing of civil suit is concerned, and where the documents are to be arranged when we are talking about indexing of the case files. So this is the reference we have taken, and I have shared this with all the technical person who had come for training, and also in our team, DCMS team, that this is how the process of scanning is being undertaken by the District Court Gangtok, and uploaded accordingly. So I've told them, I've requested them, I've shared this detail that this is how it is to be done, and this is for the criminal side. So this is the document which we are relying on, and we have shared this document. This is so far as scanning of the case files are concerned. Now, the question would arise over here, as in which case files are to be scanned, whether pending are to be scanned, or whether just the disposed are to be scanned. Yes, we are very clear. Number one, it is the pending case files are to be scanned. The pending case files, reason being, from 1st of June onwards, all the cases which are pending will have to be digitized. So far as digitized and uploaded. So 1st of June onwards, what we have done is, from 1st of June to the 7th of June, we have taken all the cases and we have tried to scan them and upload them. And the scanning and uploading is done as per the directions that I'm sharing in the screen right now. For the civil suit, order sheet, this is the sequence of the scanning: order sheet, plaint, written statement, counterclaim. This is what we are doing, and I've shared this. It is kind of an SOP for the scanning process, sir and madam. This has been shared with all the people. And another thing, madam and sir, if I may, if you allow me, I would like to share. Is this thing visible, sir, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Okay, ma'am. So this is the interface. If you remember, if you realize that in the earlier CIS, I have highlighted this thing. This is now what we are getting now is we are logging into a web portal, meaning, and earlier whenever we are doing working in a CIS, this is how we were logging into a CIS, into our CIS 10.182.147.3. That means this is saved in our local server. That is the server which is available in the court complex. But now we have this web-based. We can take it as a web-based login. This is the new. Sorry. This is the new web-based portal for local sign-in. I'm using a staging DCMS because staging would mean I can test it. I can show how it is to be done for the judicial officers, for the others. So this is the first interface, the dashboard that we see when we log into a staging DCMS. Please rest assured that everything has been told. We have trained all the technical manpower from all the districts in a 2-day training program with regards to how a learned judicial officer is supposed to access, how an LGA is supposed to access, what are the roles and responsibilities of a peshkar, of an LGA, of a stenographer. So this is just it would be like a class on what is being done and what we are required to what we are required to understand for the coming days. So if you see, we have lots of options over here: e-filing, live cause list, receipts, live diary, tutorials. Last time I had some query with regards to tutorials. So if you would kindly take this address down, and on this tutorial section, if you click on tutorials, we have tutorials on how it is to be done, how case to, everything is there, but we cannot download it. You can watch it. It is all it is all uploaded on YouTube based. So you could just have a look how it is to be done at your in your own spare time, sir, madam. Now, if you talk about logging in, as far as concerned, we have login for the judicial officers, which is a separate login. We have login for the LDAs, which is a different login. We have login for the peshkars. We have login for the stenographers, and we also have logins for the advocates or the litigants. So there's nothing new in this. This is also exactly the same case in CIS. So for now, we have two, right now over here, the login option, we have two options. One is the e-filer, an advocate would use this interface, a litigant would use this interface, and another interface would be staff and judge login. What I'm using is a test login. So I'm logging in using a judge login, judicial officer login of a judicial officer. So as you can see over here, this would be the first dashboard over here. So the pending to date would mean 68. 68 for the please remember that right now only the family court is all the database for the family court is available. So I'm showing only family court. The other courts we are supposed to get online on Monday. So we'll have to share the details by today evening, the latest database. So for now, I'm going to show you database for the family court. So here you can see, it will show you the total number of pending cases, that is cases pending in the family court. The disposal as in 22,556 as of now. This is not just for Madam Jola, but this is for the whole establishment, as in whoever came in first. It has disposals of Madam Jyoti and Madam K.C. Barfungpa and all. So please remember that this is the total disposal for the family court, not the disposal for the judge. And then we have the undated cases, wherein all these things are shown in a dashboard. Undated cases, I'm sure you know what is in undated cases, and pending for orders. This will give you a brief of what is immediately required to be known by a judicial officer. And now, so far as the judicial officer is concerned, if you do check over here, one feature, I'll talk about features over here, just to get through features over here. The one feature that they've added over here is they have a calendar right in the first page. So this would be on May 28th. On May 28th, it will show how many cases were listed, all the cases listed. And on 21st, how many cases were listed. This will show you the number of cases that were listed and that are listed. For example, if you take today, it will show that one case is listed over here. And if you see this over here, it has a few case details option over here. So this is a new feature for this software, wherein once you click on it, it will show you all the details of the case, as in case history, hearing date 6/4/2026, proceedings, counseling done, judicial officer, and the next date given, and the purpose of hearing. The good thing about this is one good thing about this is that if you check this case history details, and if you check the details that has been shown in CIS, if you needed to check the case history, you were required to go back. The judicial officer was not allowed to, there was no option to check all these details in a single page. But now this is an option. At one glance, you can see everything. You can see the case type, you can see the case number, the registration. These are all there. CNR number is still there. First listed on act and section. All these details are available at a glance. So this is one thing that is an upgrade for all. And these are all, you can click on all these details. You can also see the party details over here. Please, these are all test copies, so test names. So these are all what we've added over here. And then the interesting part here would mean the documents which are filed. Yeah, documents. The ID, it will show the details. I will show you everything in detail. Okay. I have another option. I have another case wherein all the details are shown. And if you see this, there's an option over here: case files, petitions, documents, case bundles, and court documents. Now, these are all the options wherein you can click on it, and then you will see the documents which have been uploaded, as in the scanned documents for the pending cases, or the cases which have been e-filed by the learned advocates or the litigants. Everything will be available over here, and then it can be seen over here. I will show you in another case detail. Orders and judgment. Now you must be wondering where the orders and judgments are. I would like to inform you that there's a process called whitelisting, where all the orders and judgments which are available in NGDG, this software can consume all those judgments and orders and whatever details are available in NGDG. So once the whitelisting process is complete, they will be able to fetch it and they will populate these details over here. And then we have payment details over here. So a payment was made over here, a test payment was made for 5 rupees. So all these details are shown over here. So this is at a glance that you can follow everything. What I can show you now is, what I could show you is, okay, document. Okay, so this is like all the details that you can see in a calendar for the calendar of a judicial officers. The cases, number of cases listed. You can see that there are 3 cases listed, and also see the next purpose. Next purpose. You can see the purpose. You can see the case number, and you can also see the case party details. But since we are using a staging server, a test server, we are not able to view this. But once you go to a live server, you are able to view everything. You can also detail all the case files. You can also download all the case files as a PDF file. Everything, whatever is listed, everything can be downloaded and kept if you require. What I would like to now show you is, I would like to show you live camera. So today's course list. Okay, this is one part where I would request your attention, please. So I've taken, what we've done is, for today we have put one case, a test case, and we put it as a date today. And this is the today's course list, how it is going to be, how the interface that you're going to see. Please omit this thing, because this is what they've done in South India. I think that is their calendar. So our calendar would be this. So we have asked them to remove this. So cause list for Saturday, 30th May, family court. So these are the details that you can see. And as you see that there's only one case that has been uploaded. Whenever you're required to take up a case, whenever a judicial officer is required to take up a case, we log in and we click on today's cause list. After we click on today's cause list, we are then required to click on live court. Now I'll show you what happens when you click on live court. Once we click on live court, you will see the number of cases that are fixed for today. Okay. So now, as the minute we click on over here, if you see, it has first it was called, and this has changed to in progress. Now, what would mean is, there will be a display screen kept outside the courtrooms, and there the details of cases would come as called. I'll show you how it would look. Staging also. Display. Okay. Oh, yeah. This will be displayed outside the courtroom, and this will show this will be seen by the petitioners or the advocates. We also have screens, display monitors kept at the bar rooms. So this will be seen in the bar rooms and outside the concerned court. And like FC civil criminal case, 1 of 2026, it is in progress. And once we log into the digital officers portal, this is one thing that is new over here. So you need to please have a look. There is an option where you can type whatever you want to write, or this could work as a daily order place where you can dictate your daily order, where you can write your daily order. This is the place where you dictate your daily order. This is a new option over here. Now the option over here is we can also record whatever you want to dictate and put it up in a order sheet. I will show you how it is done. What happens is we need to have a recording device like a Jabra microphone or a microphone, and once we click over here, and then we click on this record. Once I click on record, I start with my dictation. This is a test order sheet dictation for Sikkim Judicial Academy. Today is May 30th, 2026. Stop over here. Okay, so this is the accuracy of the dictation software over here. And after we complete this, generate, we save it. We save the order sheet. If you see over here, it shows success, order saved, and then we generate it. I will not be touching on the options on the options where the advocate, where the LDA or the Peshkar is supposed to work on. We will just be touching on how a judicial officer is supposed to work on this SICM. So this is the order sheet that will that will come up after your dictation. Can you not edit? And then after you're satisfied that this is the correct order, then we save. And right now it is a staging server, so this is not working. But your technical people, they have been shown how it is done once your live server is on. And then we go on to digital signature, and you sign it as per the standard. Okay, this is not available right now because that digital thing is not integrated. So after we save and approve digital signature, and the digital signature, the stenographer would do that, and for that the technical manpower, they have been trained on how it is to be done. Any questions till now, sir, madam? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, sir. Should I go ahead? Go on, or?
Hello?
Others
Yes, sir. Sir, please. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay, madam.
Yes,
So since we have no questions, I would like to show now the next part would be one interesting portion, one interesting part over here would be the case crux, wherein this is an artificial intelligence tool which is developed by them, which is in-house artificial intelligence tool. It's not a license, it's not a commercial version. So if I click on it, what happens is it will generate the crux of the case. It will not take details, or it will not take the data from outside of this environment. It will just take data which is there in the case itself. So this is how it will come. The case involves a civil dispute between dash and dash. The court dispute pertaining to specific dash dash. The applicant act. That's everything. Once you enter everything, it will update you on the crux of the case. And the details that they take it from is from the pages that you've scanned, the petition that the advocate has put in, the order the court has pronounced on a day-to-day basis, or the judgment orders and interim relief orders, everything. So it takes into account everything, all the data that has been fed into the system, and it will take the crux of the matter from here. So this is one interesting part which all the judicial officers in Gangtok they've seen, and the judicial officer from the family court, and the peshkars and the stenographers and the LDAs. I think the peshkars and the LDAs were very happy about this, because they're required to put a summary of the cases on a regular basis. So they said like they could use this more perhaps. I'll go out this option. Documents in here. I wanted to show you how the case documents would look. And one thing I should not miss is this. Once, say for example, you have logged into family case number 74 of 2025, and the advocates, they do not come on time. As in, like, you're there in the court at 10:30, you've called the advocates, they're not there. But the advocates and the party for the other case, FC Civil 1 of 2026, if they're in the court, then what you could do is, for this court, you select this and pass it over. So then what happens is, this is the outside screen. Is much Passover, okay. I'm just trying to show you what happens when you click on Passover. Yeah. If you see this option it has come as passed over, and how the screen and how it look in the screen outside would be. I'm going to try and show you. Anyway, yeah, okay. So this is how the parties outside and the learned advocates at the courtroom would see that. Okay, they will see that FC case number 1 of 2026, which is their case, which was there listed, has been passed over at time 12:52. So what would happen now is that the parties they need not rush to the court now. What they could do is they could come at a later time, at the end of the day, whenever, and then the judicial officer would be able to take the case again. So take the case again, as in, like, if you do go over here, then you can again click on it and again start the case. Whenever the parties arrive, you could again click on it, and then the court will be called called option, and then you could again take the case. So this is one option which has been added in the SICM, which was not there in CIS, I believe. So this is one option. And the other option that I would like to show you is, I'm trying to show you how the court documents would look, the scanned documents. Just give me 1 minute to discuss. Just give me 1 minute, please. I'm trying to show you how the scanned documents would look. Okay, if we go to case files over here, then these are all the documents which have been scanned. Please remember that this is just a staging DCMS over here. So we have added whatever document, just the names. Just you are required to know that how it is going to be showed on the displayed on the website SICM page. Okay, so this is how it is going to appear. This would be the first page, Form B for civil cases, and this will be the plaint of the petition. And we've also instructed the technical manpower. We've also instructed the technical manpower as to keep it to understand that the cases they have to the scanning process they have to do it very in OCR and then 300 400 3P and DPI. Those are the standard scanning procedures. So we've told them to kindly follow all the instructions that have been passed by the Honorable High Court at the time of scanning and make it as clear and scan it in color wherever color is available. And wherever there is wherever the original has not been submitted, we've also told them to write a copy. And over here they'll have a plaint. Say for example, this plaint is a copy. So we have an option of when we're uploading it, plaint petition plaint dash copy or photocopy. So we have told them to please make a mention of that, so that the judicial officer would at least know that it is not an original document, it is a photocopy or a copy document. So, and then when we click on, these are all the different kind of indexing that has been done over here. So if they have submitted a marriage certificate, there's a field where you can add the marriage certificate and upload it. Wherever if it is a birth certificate, there's a field where they can upload the birth certificate. All the documents, there's an option to upload all the documents, everything that is there, digitalize it and scan it, digitize it and then digitalize it. So this is the documents that will be available for viewing by the judicial officer or by the court LDA or the Peshkar. Please remember that these are all user rights that can be given to them. If the judicial officer feels that an LDA or a Peshkar should not be viewing these documents or these files, there is option to not allow all the users to view or to check or to delete or all this. Everything is there. Every place where you can check, where you can disallow user roles, that is still there. That is the option still available. So this is what a judicial officer would normally see, and what a judicial officer would normally how a judicial officer would normally go around in this new software SICM. Is there any questions up till now, sir, madam?
Not really. I think we can proceed ahead.
And I would like to inform that there is still we also have option as per the earlier CIS. There is option to receive SMS with regards to filing of cases, registration of cases, disposal of cases. Now, one good thing about it is not only SMS, the parties would also receive updates on the email address which they have provided. So now, what is required is we are required everyone at the filing agents at the filing counters. We are required. We have told them to please enter the phone number along with the email address, so that these details can be shared with them. And what I would like to share is I would like to share how we are doing it over here, because it is a daunting task to train all the advocates. So what we have done here is we have trained the e-Seva Kendra, because all the online filings are being done at the e-Seva Kendra. So we have trained the e-Seva Kendra manpower on how an advocate is supposed to file a case. And the video of this I have shared with everyone. Uh, and the e-Seva Kendras, we have not trained him to do everything like whatever I showed just now. They're not trained on how to do the daily proceedings, on how to upload orders. We have just trained them on how an advocate should be filing a case and how they should be filing a case online. So that way their job is very specific and they do not make mistakes. They're not making mistakes as of now. I think we have already received 10 or 11 cases which have been e-filed. So we do not have any mistakes as of now at the time of filing. So that is one way that we are trying to help the learned advocates e-file their cases. And we have also started training the advocates over here. We have shared a video of how an advocate is supposed to e-file their case. A video has been made by the Deputy Registrar IT, and we have shared that with the bar members over here. And I have also shared that with all the technical manpower. We have also shared that with all the technical manpower with the request that the concerned district bar members, bar associations could be made aware of it so that the video is circulated. So that is how we are doing it. Now I would like to show you how mm, uh, what kind of a message they would be receiving. So if you can see this, this is received via email. So this is now the email that they are receiving. Your e-filing number address is registered successfully as dash address. So this is an option, and we can also put in an email ID at the end, so that they can get back to us and they can call us and to for any updates. So this is one of the options: via email, and another option is via SMS. SMS INI.
Mr. Yoland,
Yes, sir.
like as far as like my knowledge is concerned, I think they'll be receiving status through WhatsApp also.
Yes, WhatsApp option was given to us earlier. It was told to us earlier. WhatsApp option was given to us earlier, but right now they are not working on it because they are going ahead with this live streaming. Live production of all the districts. So I think they are quite overworked right now. So what we thought is let this live updation complete, and then we can again request them for message through WhatsApp, which would be very nice. In fact, that option is there. They said that option is there. Mr. Deependra?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Yes.
You heard me? Okay. That option is there, but we have kept it for gradual update because I think they're overworked just now due to all this staging of all the districts for Sikkim. So we've thought like after about 1 week we will talk to them about SMS through or message through WhatsApp.
Okay.
And we were also talking about vConsole. I wanted to inform you about vConsole, wherein I think there was a question about live streaming. Sir was talking about live streaming, And I told them, I had informed you that till now, we were using either Jitsi or Google Meet to conduct video conferencing. But now what has happened is the Honorable High Court has taken the license for an app called vConsole. So this vConsole is integrated with SICM, and there is no need for us to be sharing links with the parties now. If you allow me, I have a short video on how it will function. So I would like to present that video right now. This is the vConsole. This is the vConsole interface, and it would be the training would be given by the technical manpower, and it is not a very difficult thing to do. But one of the technical manpower, we will be manning it. So it is for the information of the judicial officers that we will be manning it from outside the courts if possible, so that not to interrupt the courts. I would like to inform you that यो तपाईँको दुईटा अप्सन छ, view court proceeding and appear in court. View court proceeding चाहिँ you can just be an observer. बाहिरबाट तपाईँ लगइन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, तपाईँ बात गर्न सक्नुहुन्न, तपाईँ केही पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्न, खालि तपाईँले अब्जर्भर जस्तो मात्रै बस्नुहुन्छ. अपियर इन कोर्ट चाहिँ जसले तपाईँको वकालतनामा हालेको छ अनि जसलाई कोर्टले अलाउ गरेको छ, यो चाहिँ तपाईँको अप्सन हुन्छ. Okay, यो चाहिँ तपाईको this was our vConsole interface. If you have any questions on that, I would like to take, as far as I know, I could assist you in this. But as far as I see, it is a very straightforward work. जुन चाहिँ तपाईले, you said that there was no, sorry, during this video there was an option, there was one thing wherein it was said that once your case is called, only then you'll be allowed to get in. You say what we did is we checked how it is done, and what we found out was you have a list of cases over here. Yeah, they're saying when your serial number is called. So what happens is all the cases are listed over there, and once you click on it, since your wakalat is already there, you have already submitted your wakalat, the link will be open for you to join and participate. So that is how we understood. But as long as physical testing, live testing is concerned, I am very sorry to say we have not yet tested it live. So from Monday onwards, we hope that we can test one or two live. We are all in testing phase, Esmache. So this is for your kind information. If there's any question, I could try and take it as far as this V console is here.
None from my side. I think unless and until we start working on it and looking at it properly, doing it more physically, I think I don't think I
Yes.
have any questions.
Yes, that is you're very correct, right about that, man. Thank you very much. One thing, another thing I would like to bring to the notice of everyone present here is, if you are aware of the fact that whenever a court fees, a court fine, or copying fees, we were depositing it for Gangtok. I can speak for Gangtok. For Gangtok, what was happening was since there was no integration of the CIS with the present banking system, opened a separate account with SBI or CBI or whatever, any SBI, in fact, SBI, and all the court fees and all the court fines online, I'm talking about online court fees and court fine were being deposited to this SBI account. Now, the latest development would be like, latest development is all the court fees, all the court fine, and the court fee payment and the copying fee payment. If you are aware that we have separate heads, which of the government treasury, government department. So what we have done, what they have tried to do is they've tried to deposit. For example, if you're paying a court fee, it is going directly to 007, 01101, all these things. So instead of going in the money being deposited into a private bank account and then again the account section having to reconcile it with SBS, now what is being done is all the deposit made would go directly to the court treasury, to the state treasury. So this is, I think, this is one work less for the accounts section. So this is the update so far as payment is concerned. Instead of the court receiving it and putting it in our separate account and then again adjusting it with the state treasury, it will all the court fees, all the court fine payment, all the copying fees, it will be deposited directly to the treasury, state treasury. So this is an update I wanted to share with you. I believe the heads for all the court fine, the copying fee, and the court fees are the same for all over Sikkim. So they've taken this as common for all over Sikkim, for all the subordinate judiciary of Sikkim.
Okay.
And when we are talking, one thing that my friend Mr. Deependra was talking about was he was delivering a topic about the safety of the case files, as in like if there is as in like cloud computing or state data centers. So as far as we are concerned with this new software SICM, since you've already seen that, since you're already aware that all the data is not kept in our local server over here for now. We are what is being done is there is a state data center. The hosting is being done at the state data center. So for now, I think we are safe. As in, like, if something was to happen to district court Gangtok, the whole complex, we will not be losing the data because the data would be in the state data center at some location of NIC, and then there's another server which is running all these things, which is there at Kerala High Court. So we have two places where the data is being stored remotely. So that is the security feature that is being allowed to us for now. Another thing that we are going to suggest to the Kerala team is this part. If the learned judicial officers would kindly put your attention to this. One thing what we saw was that, see, what I've told you is there is no need for a NIC network to access this system. Now, NIC network was acting as a security barrier so that everyone just couldn't get an NIC because any house or anyone, say for example, if I want an NIC network in my residence, I will not be allowed an NIC network, and due to that, I would not be able to log in to my CIS system, CIS software. But right now, with the network being free and when network being private, this DCMS software we can access it from any network. So I think there is a need. What we thought was there is a need that once the learned digital officers or the staff members they log in to the system, there should be an option wherein they receive an OTP verification, wherein they receive an OTP in their mobile numbers, registered mobile numbers, and once you only after you enter that OTP, then they should be allowed. Then we should be allowed entry.
This is a good
It
one
will
because I think
take care of
NIC we
the
cannot.
security scare.
No, because NIC
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think
This is a security
uh,
scare for us.
but no, another good thing is NIC net is not at all reliable. So we are not being able to access so many things because of this whole NIC internet connectivity. So probably I think this will put at ease a lot of our problems then.
Yes, ma'am. You are correct.
Azure.
At ease and also at worry, ma'am.
Azure.
And I want to add something to this. I mean,
Azure.
the CIS, we're using CIS, and then other softwares which were there, given to us by NIC. So most of the software is to run only on NIC Net. So NIC Net is a virtual private network. It's a VPN network. So it's a very secure network, so that the outsiders cannot come into that network and then try hacking or try to extract data from the network. So that was very secure as far as CIS was concerned. Now this is an open network software, so this can be accessed from any network anywhere. So we need to add some extra security features in this, so that suppose if a hacker hacks your username and password, then they can enter into this software, and then they can manipulate anything what's there.
Yes, you are very correct about this.
So, we need some extra features. So, we had to talk with the Kerala team regarding this. So, if that OTP or a second tier verification method is there, so that secure. So, that's the only thing that's worrying us, regarding this.
Two-way authentication process or something is there, no?
Yes.
So that can
we can. Yes.
We'll have to request that. We'll have to request that to incorporate into this software, so that there is a two-way authentication. Otherwise, it's a big scare for everyone, man. We are all worried that, if some of the, say for example, if I am taken out of service tomorrow, then if I have some grudge, then I could just log in and do whatever I want, and then that will, then it'll be a lot of problem for everyone. So that is the biggest issue that we have.
No, that is true. No, but again, the thing is, and I see it, irrespective of it being the secure network, the barrier and all that, has to be reliable. Especially when I was in Mangan the past 2 years, what I realized was my Pranali is down half the time. CIS is down half the time because the NIC does not work. The NIC net is constantly, disrupted. So because of that, I think it creates problem to use all these apps that run solely on NIC. So even if we don't have a two-way authentication process, maybe there should be an alternative, like certain system identification or something of that sort, for us to access this without compromising on these security features.
You're correct about this, ma'am. Thank you. And if I may also add a small point over here, ma'am, which is not relevant to this security feature, but I think my friend Mr. Deependra Dixit was talking about this. He was talking about CCTNS ICGS integration. And I would like to inform you that now if we migrate to SICM, losing out on all this integration which we have had till now, CCTNS integration, IC integration, eSaksha, everything. We're losing out on everything because, to be very honest, these are all made specifically for CIS. But that is not a point to worry, because as we speak, the integration process with CCTNS, wherein we receive the e-charge sheets and wherein we receive the e-FIR, it is underway, and they have made a head through, ma'am. So it is matter of a week. I was updated that it is a matter of week that after about a week, all this integration will be complete, and we will start receiving all the charge sheets, all the FIRs as we were receiving it earlier, but in a better version. Better version, how I can add in a better version is because we've been in talk with this team from Kerala, developing team from Kerala High Court, and they've assured us that once everything is online and once everything is running smoothly, then they will give us access. We call it backend access. Then they will give us backend access so that we can customize, localize the flavor of SICM. So that is very much needed. Reason being, for any small change in CIS, what we were required to do was we were required to contact the E committee, and the E committee would then make updates and then inform us, or make a patch and then inform us. But that would take a lot of time, as we are all aware. Sometimes the court would want a change, and then the court would sometimes would have to wait for a month or so, because given the work that NIC Pune does, it is handling pan India. So as for, I think it comes on priority. So I think ours would be quite low on the list. So because of that, I think it was taking some time because they were also very highly overworked. But now what we've been made aware is that once it is live and once it is functioning all right, then backend access would be given to the High Court team, High Court software team, and then it'll be shorter distance for us to travel, because we could request the High Court team for the corrections to be made, for the additions to be done, for the localization of some things, and they will be able to make it that faster. So that is one plus point that we have seen, but that is not yet available to us now. But after it is fully rolled out, we've been assured that localization will be given. And so far as ICJS, CCTNS is not ICJS, CCTNS integration is concerned, for FIR, for EFIR, for e-charge sheets, it is going to take about a week. That's what they've told us. Integration will be completed in about a week, and we should be able to receive all the EFIRs and e-charge sheets as we were doing it earlier in CIS. So that is there, ma'am. And since the learned judicial officers are also present, I would also request them, and we have also told our technical person that when we are doing the scanning process of the pending files, the SOP that we have shared, that has to be maintained. Uh, the scanning resolution has to be maintained, and because now if you want to go paperless, it is very important that the pages that are scanned should be legible for the judicial officers, should be legible in court. So if it is not legible, then again we'll have to ask for the paper files, which would again defeat the purpose, I feel. So we've requested all our technical manpower to kindly see that the scanning is done at the best resolution. And I would also request all the learned judicial officers present to kindly see that your instructions are followed. So as far as scanning is concerned, Sergeant Madam, that is one issue which can derail the whole process, I believe. And so far as scanning of the case files is concerned, the data that we have received as of 27th, that would mean Wednesday, 27th of this month, was like Namchi has completed 18%, but that was 3 or 4 days back. Jorthang has completed 77%. Yangyang has completed 50%. And Gangtok, we have segregated it, and family court we have completed 100%. Scanning and upload we have completed. CGM we have completed 18.4%. GM we have completed only 10%. JJB we have completed 86%. SD2 we have completed 45%, and Soaring 19% completed. Galsing we have completed 38%, Mangan 75%, and Pakyong they have completed 25%. So this is the status of scanning of the case files, of the pending case files so far that is concerned. So I would request that this scanning exercise is also given equal importance, Sergeant Madam, because without this we will not be able to go paperless.
Yoland, I just wanted to correct this. Regarding Namchi, like we have a team for scanning. We have made a team, so they are doing the work. Right from 9:30 to 5. We have completed Yangyang. The pending cases scanning for Yangyang is completed. For Jorthang is completed. For CGM court, civil criminal completed. For JM code also completed now, and family code also completed. Now we are just left with district and SSS. But that also we have completed around 30%. So for the first 10 days of June, I think we are ready for the upload. So we have completed that. So
Upload also completed, sir. Upload also completed, I believe.
just scanning.
Oh, I
Because,
think upload is also important, sir.
yeah, because uploading, because they have not given us the access to the SSTMS no. So
Oh, okay, sir. Yes.
yeah, so
So
we
I
are
think
just
work
you
tomorrow.
have been given the access for SSTMS, but we have not been given. And other districts have not been given. So once they give us, then we'll start uploading.
I think it is a gradual process because if you see over here, for Gangtok, the 02. Oh, I'm sorry. Just hold on, please. The establishments we were able to see the establishments over here. Okay, they've taken it because once the establishment are uploaded in the live server, then we will be able to see all the establishments over here. So right now, a little earlier, I was able to see the establishment over here, but the other courts over here. But I believe it is still a work in progress. So by the end of the day, we should see for Gangtok the other courts. And now, if I may be allowed, sir and madam, I'm going to share what we are facing over here, so that it'll be easy for you to work on it. We are, so far as e-filing rules are concerned, we got a lot of question with regards to as far as this rule is concerned, rules for online electronic filing, e-filing 2020, at rule number 10, page number 6. So this is the retention of originals. Original document that scan and digital should be preserved for production or inspection as may be directed by the bench. Now, we have a lot of questions from the learned advocates saying, like, if it is paperless, then why are we required to show you the original documents? And whenever a question like that comes, I show them this rule. As per rule, if the court requires, then you are required to place it before the court. I hope I'm correct in saying this, Sir Madam, because you'd be more at a place to guide us over here.
No. As long as the rules are, I think, in place, we'll have to follow the rule. Though this provision does defeat the purpose of going paperless, but I think till the rules are not scrapped, I think we'll have to follow what the rules are saying.
Okay. And then, madam and sir, as far as scanning is concerned, the rules are already in place as per rule 6, page number 4. This is the details that we've shared with all our people. 6.2 and 6.3. That's where the 300 dots per inch and the OCR option that my friend Mr. Deependra was talking about. This is where we have taken the reference from 6.2 and 6.3 of the e-filing rules. So because of this, we are following the OCR method, the character recognition, and the 300 dots per inch option for resolution. And there's also a question. We also receive questions with regards to computation of time, as in rules 14, page number 7. I'm quite sure our digital officers, you've gone through this a multiple number of times, but over here, what the learned advocates normally do is, like, if the limitation period would be today, they will just file a defective application online, and then they would contest that the case is already filed, so the cases are not barred by limitation. And whenever such cases do come up before me, I asked them to approach the bench, approach the court concerned, so that the learned judicial officers would be in a better position to tell them whether they have complied with the limitation or not. I may be corrected over here, if I'm wrong.
I think that's absolutely fine. I think that's the correct procedure that you have adopted.
Okay.
I don't know whether how the other officers who are here working in the courts are doing, but I think that is a correct way to deal with this kind of situation. The other officers who are presiding in courts may give their views.
I agree with you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, if I'm allowed to say something on this one, I think it's a point of a debate later on. I don't know, like as far as my knowledge is concerned, because like when the lawyers and the litigants, they are accepting orders and judgments which are uploaded with a digital signature without a physical signature. So it's been made using word processor and then converted into PDF and then digitally signed and uploaded. So they're accepting that. Now it's, I think it will be a high time for us to accept the petition as well in that particular format. And instead of making a petition and scanning and then putting it into the system, a time may come where advocate might have a digital signature, everyone, and then they will draft a petition in the computer and then digitally sign and then give it to us, and we can use that instead of scanning. Now, in that particular case, I think there will be some dispute, some maybe debate come up as far as this e-filing rules are concerned. Because e-filing rules says like scan it, and then after that it will go paperless, and later on maybe if it required, the original has to be presented in the court. So maybe later on it'll be a point of a debate. If the advocates, they instead of scanning, they'll make it digital and digitally sign, prepare a PDF digital sign, and then give it to us or e-file that particular. So it'll be contrasting as far as this rule is concerned, and then it'll be up to the courts to whether accept that or not. It'll be a point of debate. So we'll see that later on what will happen.
Okay.
No problem.
Now I would like to close this screen and get your attention to another point, that with regards to the message that we receive after an advocate files his case. I do have my WhatsApp over here. I would like to show you. This is the kind of message that an advocate receives on his in his mobile number, SMS, not WhatsApp. This is SMS. So this is an authentication factor wherein like the advocates are required to put in an OTP to confirm that they have filed their case. So this is one kind of verification that they have entered. So this is in place and it is working. So this is for your kind information. Whenever an advocate files a case and they're required to put in an OTP, which is an OTP is prompted on the registered mobile number, and they're required to put in that OTP in the filing at the time of filing, online filing. So they enter that filing at the time of filing. They receive an OTP on the mobile. They update that OTP on their system wherever they are filing, online filing, and then they confirm it, and then the submission, final submission is done. So this is two-factor authentication for the advocates. Okay. This is how they receive an SMS on their mobile number. And this, the last part, this is customizable. As in, for Namchi, it would be district institution code Namchi. For Mangan, it would be district institution code Mangan. So this will take care of a lot of confusion that the advocates will have, because earlier we were getting messages from High Court of Sikkim. So they would say like, I have not filed my case at the High Court. I have filed my court at the district court, but I'm getting SMS from the High Court. So I think this will put the advocates to ease as far as the sender is concerned. So these are all working. SMS is working. Online email is working for the advocates as far as case filing and registration is concerned. And this is an OTP based authentication. Another thing that we have been talking about is with regards to 313 statements and all those things, which wherein there was a question as in how to upload these 313s and all those documents which are done in the created or during the court proceeding. So over there is an option. You do not have an option over here, but I would like to tell you that there's an option for the LDAs and the Peshkars to upload the 313 statement. So how we have proposed to achieve a paperless so far as court document is concerned is, once a 313 statement is done, or for example a video conference may, for any statement is done and is made, then there is a printout, and where the parties are required to sign on the printout on the page, and that page is scanned, and the scanned page is then digitally signed by the learned judicial officer and uploaded in the SICM page. And that will, what would happen is, after it is uploaded, and it will go to the documents and it will stay. It will stay, as in it will go. It would go and yes, it would go, and in the court documents there will be a list over here, and then it will be shown as 313 statement, and it will be saved over here. Though it is a stopgap method for now, but they are also working in an option wherein to digitally sign any documents immediately in the court, or for the advocates or for the parties. Authentication, OTP based digital signature, OTP based using Aadhaar number is also available, or to that matter, even with the phone numbers. So the Kerala team, they've assured us that there is an option for OTP based digital signature using Aadhaar number, and that is in the pipeline. So that way, we do not need to take a printout of the page and get it signed, which would defeat the purpose of paperless. So that is what I would say is, it's a phased manner wherein the Kerala team, we are trying to implement and put it up in a phased manner, because at one shot we're not able to do everything because they're also overworked. So after this rollout of paperwork, online filing, and daily proceedings in paperless manner, the signing of all the documents by the advocates or by the parties using Aadhaar-based OTP is also in the pipeline. So that would take care of physically taking out printouts and getting it signed by the parties and then uploading it, which is a tedious task for everyone. So I would like to inform you that that is also one of the process.
No, that will, I think, printing it out will defeat the entire purpose of having a paperless court. But again, another issue that I would like to flag is, again, many of the accused do not even have Aadhaar cards. So how do you, get the digital signature through Aadhaar-based identification? Another option that I can see is, now I think all the courts have been given the Wacom tablets, right? So Tisma,
yes, ma'am.
So maybe we could use these kind of hardware to digitally make them sign on the documents in case if this other thing doesn't work, or like we can focus more on hardware also. We get those electronic pens and all that, so through that they can sign on the documents online or on digitally, sorry.
Oh yes, ma'am. This is what we had not
correct. No, because I think having been in the courts, we do know that a lot of people, the accused and all, who come up to the courts do not have any documents. They don't even have mobile numbers, because Aadhaar-based, again, authentication is through a mobile number. They don't even have the mobile numbers with them. So it will be a big issue that I think the courts are going to face. So maybe you could focus on the hardware, components for this matter. Just a suggestion.
Okay, no, this is one thing that we had talked about exhibit marking for the judicial officers using Wacom and stylus pen, but as far as Madam accused, we had not thought about that, or for that matter for the parties. So I think this is a very valid suggestion. We could put it up, ma'am. I think we could suggest make this suggestion made by Madam to the CPC Madam. So I think this will put a lot of minds at ease, ma'am, because we were all working on thinking about what to do with this, ma'am. Actually speaking, thank you very much, ma'am.
No problem.
Okay. Ma'am, so this is what I needed to what I needed to explain about so far as SICM is concerned. And I understand, I know that just showing it will not make it very easy for everyone, but all the technical manpower, they've been trained on this also, man, this module of the judicial officers. So if you need, not need, we have told them to kindly get in touch with the judicial officers immediately and train the judicial officers. So with this, this is everything that is there for the judicial officers, ma'am, sir and ma'am. So if there's any question, you could put it up to me, or if you have any queries, more further queries, your technical person would be best to address them. Or if there's more suggestions, please, you could write to, you could tell your technical manpower, and we could all get together and make a note of everything and put a suggestion, madam and sirs.
So, blockchain secure. I've been hearing a lot about blockchain, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Ma'am, blockchain, I think Mr. Raja is working on blockchain technology for copy room software. Blockchain in simple words, if I could explain, is like, say for example, we have a block of cube and someone wants to break that block of cube. If it is a single block of cube, if a hacker to do something with a block of cube, if he smashes one block, then the whole thing will go away. It will be blocked. So blockchain technology would mean one cube is made of multiple small blocks, and if a hacker would want to access the block, he'll have to take into consideration all the thousands of small cubes that are there inside the block. So it is not. He's not going to access a single piece of. He's not going to have to address one single security feature. He'll have to address multiple security features, madam. So it is based on that.
Okay. Basically, not to secure the whole thing.
Yes, madam.
I wanted to add something here. Like actually, this is a security feature, ma'am. So instead of storing all the information in one place, what the blockchain technology does is like it separates that particular information blocks and stores in different locations, ma'am. So if a hacker wants to hack, then if he goes to one location, he will just get a part of it. So the other things will be stored in some other location. So he cannot get access to the entire thing, and that's what the security feature regarding blockchain is.
Sorry, Azhar.
Sorry, ma'am.
Cause this month, I'm seeing Saturday, 30th May 2026. It's 2826. I think. Oh, it's 2026 only. What is that thing? 9 Jestha 1948 Saka.
Ma'am, this is like हाम्रो नेपालमा चाहिँ नेपाल क्यालेन्डर हुँदो रहेछ उनीहरूको चाहिँ यो साउथ इन्डियामा चाहिँ इट इज देयर साउथ इन्डियन क्यालेन्डर रहेछ सो आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड देम टु टेक दिस आउट बिकज इट विल क्रिएट अ लट अफ दे हैव ऑप्शन टु दुईटा क्यालेन्डर लाइक वी हैव इन नेपाल एन्ड
we actually we are using this software. It's an exact replica of what Kerala was using now. So they are trying to adjust this particular software as per the environment of Sikkim. So many things are still there which has to be removed.
That's something I'm trying to find out also. All right.
I think this is a Keralian calendar.
All right. Good, but they're giving nice things to the local. They're doing it, customizing it as per the local customers also. Yes. Okay, this was interesting. The whole session was very interesting because, frankly speaking, I wanted this to be one of the first sessions for this academic calendar that we have for ECT. Because we've been made, 5 of us have been made master trainers, Mr. Jabyang and Ms. Rohini. They've even conducted trainings already, right? But we haven't, after being appointed as master trainers, we haven't undergone a induction or an official training program. So this was one of the programs that I wanted to conduct for the master trainers, so that now I think we'll be able to conduct trainings, properly in the future. So any queries, any responses that our other master trainers would like to put forth? Mr. Jabyang has been very quiet there.
Yes, madam. I think it is with practice. I think we'll learn, and since now we are going paperless, I think it will take some time, maybe a couple of years, where we are fully equipped with the hardwares and the softwares also. So
Correct,
I think
correct.
it's only through practice we can learn.
No, right now we're all at a very nascent stage, so there will be trials and errors, and that's how I think we'll learn and try to, make the whole thing more effective. So my best wishes to the entire technical team, the officers, with your journey of going paperless. I hope we live up to our declaration, and become very successful in it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay,
In fact, we
Adisha,
have a
maybe
meeting.
if you're there, you have a
Yes,
meeting,
ma'am.
no? Okay, we'll conclude it then. I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
that's about it, eh? Mr. Adisha, would you like to
Yes,
conclude the program?
yes, ma'am. So we've come to the end of this program. I'd like to first of all thank both our learned resource persons for delivering such a wonderful lecture, a wonderful presentation on the new system that has come. I think it's a Sikkim integrated case management software. And also, I would like to thank all our learned participants, our learned judicial officers, for actively participating in this training. I think it was quite a healthy discussion that took place. It's a very lively discussion, and I personally enjoyed it. Thank you so much. With the permission of learned director, I would like to call an end to today's session. And also, I'd like to request everyone to kindly just share their video so that I can take a screenshot for today's program section. Officer Gangtok. Yoland, sir, please. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.